Good afternoon and welcome to the R.L Hayman Trophy first leg between Royal College and St. Thomas's College. Before that, we have the under-15 encounter which is being played for the Mahinda Liyanage Trophy this year. Before the commencement of this game, we just saw the conclusion of the under-13 encounter between both these teams. Royal emerging winners rather comfortably, 14 points to 4. Both teams have just completed their warm-ups and are just awaiting the commencement of their junior game. See the crowd slowly but surely building up at this picturesque Sugathadasa Swimming Complex. A bird's eye view for all our viewers as waiting to get the under-15 match underway. This water polo encounter has grown in stature over the years. Over the last few years, the junior games have been a welcome addition to the main encounter. You can see both teams proudly sporting their flags, respective school flags, as we await the commencement of the junior game. Of course, the under-15 encounter being played for the Mahinda Liyanage Trophy, and this is the weather forecast. Pretty much perfect weather we have here today. The maximum temperature 29 Celsius, minimum is 23 Celsius. Not much of a wind speed and slight clouds overhead, but no signs of any rain whatsoever, which is ideal for both teams. So these are the two under-15 teams lining up before their games. Mahinda Liyanage, former Royal College water polo player, having coached both schools. So in honor of his services, this encounter was brought in around 4 to 5 years ago and has been a permanent fixture ever since. See, there is quite a strong breeze blowing across the pool, but unlikely to be a major impact on the game itself. So this is the Thomian team that will represent their alma mater in the under-15 encounter. Yash De Simone, Arita Pereira, Kevin Naneakara, Dinuk Wickramasinghe, Nihilash Gunadeepan, Shakil Rifai, Lisuka Pushpawansa, Michael Gunawardana, Ines Fernando, Jaden Vasiharan, Anaka Pereira, Devin Mallavarachi, and Runet Veeraratna. And for Royal, Ramiro Aludge, Ahmad Raidbari, Maditya Liyanage, Tilina Pereira, Yatish Pereira, Suleiman Sihar, Chisat Kinawinna, Abdul Karim, Dilk Rodrigo, Tasit Liyanage, Tusit Liyanage, Janek Piris, and Amar Salim. So as you can see on your list, there are a pair of twins playing in the Royal College team, Tasit and Tusit Liyanage. And they are the sons of the person who this trophy will be played in name of, Mahinda Liyanage. So no doubt will be a very proud father today. So this under-15 encounter started in the year 1998 and has definitely grown over the years. As you can see, junior Royal College players there. And just before the commencement of this game, we'll go in for a quick commercial break and we'll see you on the other side.
Creamy richness redefined. Smooth, soft, spreadable. Introducing Ultra Soft Fondue with canola and sunflower oil.
Hot and spicy fun bite pick up vivara karanna beat ka remake karanna to winna hadavata wawala yanna kindara fashion karanna fun uturanna kottumi kick ekamenna prima kottumi fun tamai
red hot bowling. Oh, he's gone! Oh, he cleaned him up. Action never stops at Zimafro T10. Have a wild ride.
Watch Zimafro T10 live on the Star Sports Network.
Catch the action of the Bangladesh Tour of India 2024 live. Enjoy 2 test matches and 3 T20Is. From 19th September to 12th October. Live on Dialog Television, ThePapare TV.
hot and spicy fun bite pick up vivara karanna beat ka remake karanna to winna hadavata wawala yanna kindara fashion karanna fun uturanna kottumi kick ekamenna prima kottumi fun tamai
Ultra Soft Fondue with canola and sunflower oil.
ඔයාලගේ කම්පැනි එකේ, ඔයාලගේ ක්ලබ් එකේ, ඔයාලගේ ස්කූල් එකේ යූත් එකට සෙට් වෙන ඕනම ඉවෙන්ට් එකක් The Papare TV එකෙන් මුළු ලංකාවටම පෙන්වන්න අපි ලෑස්ති. ඔයාලත් ලෑස්තිද? අපිට කතා කරන්න.
The Papare TV, The Papare TV HD, Dialog Television නාලිකාංක 63 සහ 126 ඔස්සේ ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ අංක 1 ක්‍රීඩා නාලිකාව.
Catch the excitement real time. Be up to date with it all. Let us capture your milestones. Get it sizzling hot off the turf. Hear the experts break it down. Dig deep into the nitty-gritties. Be inspired by their greatness. Relive all the scintillating action.
hot and spicy fun bite pick up vivara karanna beat ka remake karanna to winna hadavata wawala yanna kindara fashion karanna fun uturanna kottumi kick ekamenna prima
So welcome back to the Sugathadasa Swimming Complex as we await the commencement of the under-15 game, which will be played for the Mahinda Liyanage Trophy. These are our officials for today. Kanitz Sontip Pahdi from Thailand, as well as Yanan Samisara from Indonesia. So it's great to have them here to officiate this encounter, as well as the next all-important R.L Hayman Trophy. So just about to commence proceedings. Start with the swim ball. So Royal on your left, and St. Thomas's on the right. Tight contest, and eventually Royal just managing to tip the ball back, but St. Thomas's have done really well to retain possession. Some really good work by Michael Gunawardana. So the Thomians in possession of the ball. Joining me in commentary, Reza Ghani. Welcome, Reza, as we're just about ready to start proceedings. Royal managed to turn possession over.
Thank you, Abdullah. And what a day. 31st Dr. R.L Hayman Trophy and Mahinda Liyanage trophies being played right here at the Sugathadasa Royal College, with first attack on goal, but well saved by the Thomian goalkeeper. And St. Thomas's looking a settled outfit, Abdullah. If you watch the Ladies College Visakha Vidyalaya game coached by Tanura Abewardana, you'd know that they'd go to a set plan. Disciplined outfit is what he's looking for. But at the moment it's Royal College with turnover ball. Yusuf Siha, beg your pardon, Suleiman Shihar free on the wing. Bad pass into the prop. And well done there by the Thomian defense to crowd out that prop and make sure the ball does not get in to the 2 meter. Good ball in, good distribution in. St. Thomas's College looking dangerous here in the early exchanges. Offensive foul called unlucky. The prop got into a really good position to score there. And well done by R.L Hayman, the captain of the under-15 team, to negate that attacking option.
This is ball to Rodrigo, looking for his teammate. But some good defensive work by Thomian's Arita Pereira, managing turn possession over.
Yes, both teams just settling down into these international referees. It's the first time they would have been officiated by international referees, so they'll take a quarter or so to settle in and learn those little nuances and tactics of the game. Royal College wanting that awkward bar to come into the position, come into the game now. Instead feeds the centre. Good defense by St. Thomas's.
Yes, you'd have to say that was a pretty ambitious pass. Now the Thomians with a breakaway. Ball in position of St. Thomas's, and they have drawn first blood. Is Niklas Gunadeepan, who manages to put the finishing touches to that fast break. And as a result, the Thomians go into the lead and draw first blood.
Nicely done by St. Thomas's College, playing the rules, playing the advantage of the position that they have in the pool, and making sure that St. Thomas's score first in this encounter. Royal College with a chance to respond now. Will want to settle the D down, feed that right wing, and then get the bar into that left, get the ball into that left prop. Good passing laying defense, not allowing easy passes to come on to that Royal College winger. And Royal College have ball again. Penalty being awarded because the defender was on the back of that attacker. And again, showing that swimming strength will play a big part in this game. Royal College with their first penalty of the game. Oh, takes it wonderfully well there. Bounces it into the top right corner. Just what the doctor ordered to set this game alight. It's one apiece at the Sugathadasa.
Yes, Abdul Karim is the goal scorer for Royal. Very well taken penalty, sending the goalkeeper the wrong way. Thomians want to get back right into the game. Finding a bit of space on that left flank, but the Royal defense moving in well.
St. Thomas's College with the left hand on the wing will be a lot to work with, and now they have ball on their left. Excellent goal there. Exclusion being given for Royal College, and St. Thomas's College making the most of it there on that attack. Shifting the ball around. We saw it in that Ladies College Visakha Vidyalaya game as well. Tanwara Abewardana seems to be having a knack of getting these goals out from distributing the ball all through the arc, and has done quite well with it. St. Thomas's lead 2-1.
So Royal taking the ball up. Rodrigo passing the ball on to Lianage, who gives it back to Rodrigo, just looking for his options, and finds Keena Winner, just unfortunately hitting the crossbar, but Royal retain possession. A pretty loose pass to Keena Winner. Thomian defense getting back, but Royal once again losing possession. Have had a few opportunities, just not clinical enough to make use of it.
It's good to see Royal going into double prop early. You need to have a lot of game awareness to play those kind of positions at under 15 level as well. An exclusion coming again for St. Thomas's College. Royal College defending as extra man, looking for that right wing. Oh. As we say, that ball under being awarded. Royal College already have been the culprits of 3 exclusions, I think, if I'm not mistaken, so they need to be careful, because the same, yes, we have wonderful pictures there, and wonderfully done by cap number 11 for Royal College. To sit Lianage. So just a little confusion there between the two referees, slowing the game down, and will consult each other on what the right call should be. So chance for the teams to take a break as well, settle down on the defense, make sure they are positionally in where they need to be.
You see, we're talking about Royal conceding 3 exclusions so early in the game, Reza. I think it all came about by some pretty average play and in the attack and in the counter-attack. Through desperation, they were forced to concede those exclusions. It's like it's a penalty for St. Thomas's to be taken by Michael Gunawardena. And he makes no mistake. So Thomians going further ahead, 3-1. Royal have had their opportunities, but just being a bit wasteful, not making the correct, taking the correct options at the correct time. Need to get the next score to stay in touch. As Rodrigo tries to find I think it was Abdul Karim. What a brilliant shot that was, Reza. One of the most difficult shots for a goalkeeper to stop.
Yes, wonderfully done there. Ramiru Alutge, I beg your pardon. Seem to have been given the wrong cap numbers up here, but playing double prop and then making maximum advantage of it. St. Thomas's College now again looking dangerous, attacking, and they do it in style. Goal for goal being exchanged here at the Sugathadasa. And St. Thomas's College look a very different team from what they were last year. Good awareness, good play, showing the amount of reasoning and thinking that has gone behind the training at St. Thomas's College this year. Royal again with a chance to settle the D down now. Will want to feed their wingers and then the props. Royal playing double prop, have the chance to go to either of them. Goes to the other one instead. Wonderfully done. Wonderfully done. We talk about feeding the prop on the top, which will always keep the defense guessing, especially with the new rules coming to play. Gives you every opportunity to eke out that exclusion or a goal. Royal College again playing double prop. Will need to distribute the ball if they want to have success. Suleiman Shihar drives in, looking to take on the man. And good box defense by St. Thomas's College. Excellent defense there by the blue, black and blue. Making sure that the ball is channeled either to the goalie or away from it. Good shot by Abdul Karim. And good stop.
So Thomians in position once again, trying to find Vikramasinghe. But unfortunately not being able to do so. So Royal with an opportunity, sending the ball up. Just looking at the options, almost being double teamed is Lianage. And a pretty meek attempt, well gathered by the Thomian goalkeeper Diseram. Sends the ball up. It's Arita Pereira. Looks for Vikramasuriya, but the Royal defense is on it. And Royal with an opportunity at the other end. Lovely pass right across the face of the goal. Stretching the Thomian defense. Fortunately, the shot not successful. Tilina Pereira finding Diseram, who had no problem in stopping that. Vikramasinghe being penalized this time for an elbow. So Royal with an opportunity to counter attack. Ball goes to Karim, who makes a shot, but Diseram is up to it. And we've entered the last minute of this first quarter. Thomians with an opportunity to seal the advantage they've had. Thomians seem to be heavily relying on Wickramasinghe, but the Royal defense is right on him. Just 30 seconds to go, so Royal will try and hold on to possession and just run the clock down before taking a shot. So Kina winner passes it on to Pereira.
"15 seconds remaining in this quarter. Royal College with ball on the wing. 10 seconds. 5 seconds. Shoot is the call coming from the bench. Shoot is the call. But he shoots straight into the goalkeeper's arms. And St. Thomas's College take the first quarter at this Mahinda encounter at the Sugathadasa. 4 goals to 2 with the 3 quarters to go for this first leg. And what a quarter it has been, Abdullah. Royal College looking to take early shots on goal, but good defense for the Thomian team. And then really capitalizing through the exclusions in that quarter. 3 exclusions, I think it was. And using their props, using the 101 of water polo to...
Yeah, that's right. Royal just not being able to make maximum use of what has come their way in attack, turning position over and then being under a lot of pressure, being forced to commit fouls. And as a result, the Thomians have been good enough to capitalize on that, and as a result, sitting pretty, 4 goals to 2 at the end of the first quarter. So these are the stats. Well, should have more shots taken, but it's 7-6. So this is the things where we stand at the moment. We'll just go in. Both teams are completing the pep talks, and these are the highlights of that first quarter rather. Thomians going into the lead. Courtesy Gundeepan with the first score. Royal striking back through Abdul Karim. And once again the Thomians going into the lead. This time it was Lisuka Pushpawansa and Michael Gunaratne further extending that lead, and then a wonderful take by Abdul Karim. But the Thomians just kept coming back, and Danu Wickramasinghe completing the final goal to give the Thomians a 4 goals to 2 lead.
Yes, wonderful pictures of this Sugathadasa Stadium, completely colored in the blue, gold and blue, and the blue, black and blue, the 2 flags that you see there on the top of screen. And swing ball for the second quarter. Both teams look very, very close, but Royal College getting there just at the buzzer.
Yes, a really good swim by the Royal swim ball. So Royal will need to hang in there. Need to be a bit more accurate in attack. They had their opportunities and just did not take them when it came their way.
So play resumes with an injury substitution. Royal College playing double prop, looking to feed the bar. Good shot taken, but really Royal just need that 1 extra or 2 passes to go their way before taking the shot, because it's a very settled Thomian defense in front of goal. As you can see, hands up, everyone supporting the goalkeeper. St. Thomas's College driving well into the arc, looking to earn those exclusions early and then make sure that Royal have lesser players on the bench come the third and the fourth quarter. Left-hander on the bar. A little difficult to take the shot far out at under 15 level, but he will be effective come the last few quarters of the game. The left-hander looks good there on that awkward bar, Abdullah, and the wing. He was the first to score for them.
Royal with possession. It looks like play has, or rather ball has been turned over as a result of a foul. So Thomians on the breakaway. Arita Pereira. Royal defense moving across well. Vikramasuriya finds himself in a bit of space right in front of the goal post and makes no mistake. So as a result, the Thomians further extend their lead. Once again, Royal paying the price for not being accurate at the other end of the field. Turning position over, and the Thomians quick to reorganize in attack.
Yes, good long pass into the wing, and then the wing holding the ball just long enough to feed the center player, the prop. And the prop also playing a wonderful game, holding his defense and then making sure he takes it when the goalie sinks. Royal College now will need to take a leaf out of that book. Looking through the bar, but they need to be passing and shooting. Looking to feed the props. Shot clock running down with 15 seconds on it. Wonderful defense. Royal College having more shots on goal, and St. Thomas's College saving every one of them and converting on the other side, which is why you have a 5-2 advantage. And now again driving into the arc. Wonderfully done. St. Thomas's College looking dangerous, looking to do the basics right.
Oh, that's a lovely pass by the Royal goalie, finding Keena Winner, who passes the ball on to Karim. Takes his time and makes no mistake. Well taken shot for Royal to record their third goal and narrow this lead, which seemed to be going the Thomians' way, but Royal holding their nerve.
Yes, Alutge, the captain of the team, just drifting to the left there, sucking the defense in onto that left post and then taking the right corner. Wonderfully done, but just showing Abdullah that you need to be distributing this ball within the arc and then taking a shot on percentage, especially in the last 10 seconds of this shot clock.
So Thomians in attack. Gunawardana on that right flank. Closely guarded by Lianage. And some good defensive work by Royal, managing to win the ball.
Yes, goalie can swim this one up as well, but feeds the center. Nonetheless, Royal College looking for options now. Winger seems to be set too far out to take a shot. And if he is to feed the prop, which he can do. Wonderful shot strength, but again, need to be passing and shooting. Royal have tried that shot 3 times, and 3 times they have not been successful. Just needs to get the radar on, but again, St. Thomas is doing the hard yards, doing the right things in front of the pool, and getting another goal.
Brilliant work by Vikramasinghe once again. He's played a big part in the way the Thomians have performed thus far. In front of goal, he's been really dynamic, and the Royal defenders have struggled to keep him at bay.
Yes, Royal College will know their defense needs to be swimming back rather than swimming with their man, and making sure that there's no clear water in front of these blue caps. And that's exactly what St. Thomas's are doing on the other side. And now Alutge looking to repeat it. Wonderfully done by the cap number 1 for St. Thomas's College, Yash Simon. St. Thomas's with another chance to really seal things off in this second quarter. Looking to feed the prop. Playing Royal, doubling back on that prop and making sure there's no easy ball in front of him.
Yuskina Winner passing the ball on to Rodrigo, who takes it up. Just looking for his options. Gets the ball on to Lienage, who finds an open man. Royal needed to put that through. Unfortunately, some brilliant work by Diseram. Thwarting another attack from Royal. Tomians now in attack. Some really good defense by Royal. It's Keena Winner who swam back and pressurized Gunawardana, managing to win a turnover for his team. Royal now looking for options. It's a 2-on-2 situation. But once again, Diseram in front of goal has been brilliant for the Tomians today. And now the Tomians at the other end of the spectrum, trying to find Wickramasinghe, but this time the Royal defense is up to it. It's Rodrigo taking the ball up. It's a 3-on-3 situation. Trying to get that ball in the middle by the Tomian defenders. Double team Lienage, but a penalty has been awarded.
So penalty being awarded, but two Tomian defenders on that Royal College player. But showing that driving into the arc has some success here at the Sugathadasa this evening. And as we prepare Royal for their penalty now. Sulaiman Shihab with the ball. Oh, with the goal as well. Wonderfully done. Bounces it into that top right corner. Sulaiman Shihab, the speedster on the wing. Seems to be playing in the bar position this year. But wonderful pictures there from the Papare team. Sulaiman sending the goalie one way and the ball the other. But still, St. Thomas's lead this one 6-4 with 2 minutes remaining on the quarter clock. Coach Tanura Abewadana brings yet another trick up his sleeve. Managing his players well. That's something we saw a few weeks ago as well. And looking to drive the goals through cap number 4 and 10 for St. Thomas's College. Left-hander on the bar. Looking dangerous. Oh, excellent shot. Looking dangerous, all right. You give him a little room and he'll make you repay it. Royal College now. Offensive foul being called, turnover ball for St. Thomas's College. And Royal College just guilty of a bit of indiscipline now in this quarter. St. Thomas's looking doing the basics right, getting up again. Left-hander in the game, seals it for St. Thomas's in this quarter. St. Thomas's go up by 3 goals, and wonderful play there from the awkward wing. I beg your pardon.
Yes, Niklas Gundipan, brilliantly taken goal right across the face of the goal. Goalkeeper had absolutely no chance. The Tomians maintaining their lead. So we've just entered the final couple of minutes of this second quarter. Once again, the Tomians just doing enough to maintain their lead. Once again, Tomian defense swarming in. Keena Winner double teamed and losing possession in the process. It's really good defensive work by the Tomians. An opportunity now for a breakaway.
St. Thomas's College will look for the prop. Left-hander in the game again. Can feed the winger. But why does he need to feed the winger with a shot like that? Completely taking that goal at his mercy. And St. Thomas's College have come to play and why not with talent like this at under 15 level? It looks to be a good game in the making for the next 2 quarters as well. Royal a little complacent, I guess, from last year's record, and that's the risk you run with good results in one year and trying to convert that on the other year. But Royal College now looking to feed the prop again. Exclusion given. St. Thomas's have their defense on tight now on this box defense. Hands up, everyone supporting the goalkeeper, and that is why the shot goes straight to the goalkeeper. Wonderfully done. Very reminiscent of Kosala Vijay Singha, I think. That was Tanura Abewardana's goalkeeper back in 2003. And Royal College ball being awarded again. Play on, says the goalkeeper. So corner ball awarded to Royal College. Playing with one prop. Will need the bars to drive in. They've got 15 seconds remaining. Wonderfully done there by the captain. Taking it upon himself to narrow this lead in the second quarter, because they've got a lot of talking to do come the half. And with 12 seconds remaining, will be interesting to see whether St. Thomas's go for the quick shot and take the goalkeeper by surprise.
Yes, the last 10 seconds. So Royal will just try to hold on. Thomians once again looking for Vikramasinghe, but the final hooter goes. So the Thomians maintain their 3-goal advantage going into half-time. It's been a pretty entertaining couple of quarters. Thomians have been much more clinical in attack. Royal have had their chances but just haven't been good enough to make maximum use of it. See some of the junior Royal players on your screen. So this is your halftime score. Thomians 8 goals to Royals 5. Maintaining their same lead that was there at the end of the first quarter. Just take you through to the highlights of this second quarter. It was Vikramasinghe who drew first blood for the Thomians. And Royal, through Kareem, striking back immediately, but once again Vikramasinghe has been brilliant for the Thomians, extending the lead, and Royal through Suleiman Shyam, well taken penalty, but once again the Thomians, this time through Gunadeepan, maintaining their 3-goal lead. And the final goal of that second quarter through Kareem. So these are the stats at the end of the second quarter. Shots taken 19 to 14. 8 goals to 5 though in favor of the Thomians. So it shows how much more accurate they have been, as the stats show. 57% as against Royals 26. 2 exclusions. And penalties. 2 penalties awarded to the Thomians, while Royal had just the 1 penalty. Both were successfully converted. So that's it for this first half. We'll go in for a quick commercial break, and we'll see you on the other side.
Creamy richness redefined. Smooth, soft, spreadable. Introducing Ultra Soft Fondre. with canola and sunflower oil.
Hot and spicy fun vibe එක විවර කරන්න beat එක remake කරන්නට වෙන්න හදවත wow
Welcome back to live coverage from the Dr. R.L Hayman Trophy encounter. We're in the midst of the Mahinda Liyanage Trophy for the under-15 teams of Royal and St. Thomas's. Their flags adorning the far side of the Sugathadasa Stadium pool as we look out over both teams from our favorite drone as they ready themselves for the start of the second half. It's 8-5 in favor of St. Thomas's in the blue caps on the left side of your screen, who will be playing Royal in the white and gold caps on the right side of your screen, taking a 3-goal lead into the second half. St. Thomas's as the swim ball comes out, and Harun Mawjood joins me in the commentary box. Good afternoon, Harun.
Very good afternoon, Shanaka. Indeed, excited to be back at the Sugathadasa Stadium. After a while, I remember giving commentary some time back at a water polo event. Interesting encounter, 3-goal lead for St. Thomas's. They've played some very enterprising water polo, must say. But Royal have a tough task on their hands to claw themselves back in the second half.
Technically sound water polo from both teams, despite being the under-15 encounter, and there has been quite a few shots on goal. 22 shots on goal, in fact, from both teams in the first half, which is a good ratio. They're using the shot clock well, both teams. St. Thomas is now moving the ball up through Michael Gunawardena. And it's a Royal captain who comes through and makes a good defensive play. The urgency from Royal not really there at the moment. Wanting to maybe consolidate, Harun, and make sure they get closer one by one.
Absolutely. I think it will be a tactical battle between the two teams. Games of this nature, it involves strategy. I'm sure at the break they would have discussed their strategies that should be deployed. There is space for Royal. There's an exclusion for St. Thomas's, couple of them. An opportunity for Royal, and they capitalize on it.
Superb shot from Janik Pires. That time he was wide open. And in fact it was Raid Bari. And he was wide open on top of the key, and there's no way you can give him that much room, give anyone that much room, really. Beautifully taken shot.
Excellent work by the Royal team. Gap narrows down to 2 goals. So great start for the Royalists.
So it's 8-6 at the moment, just 2 goals separating the two teams. As you know, this is a 2-leg encounter. Nice pass, great pass in, just couldn't convert it. St. Thomas's in the 2-meter area. Good defense from Royal to recover from that as well. Goalie was alert to the danger.
It'll be interesting to see how Royal counter. Played decent, they've been moving the ball very well. The passing has been pretty accurate. An opportunity here, great save. It ricocheted off the goalkeeper's hand.
Abdul Karim with the backhanded shot there. It was a really good pass. It was a great pass into him. He had to reach forward, which means that he manages to create space from that central defender. And now there's been a exclusion, so it's been a turnover, unfortunately. I thought St. Thomas's had scored there, but it's been turned over, and Royal with the long ball now trying to catch the Thomian defense. Here's the exclusion, or what we thought was a score. Good block by St. Thomas's there. That was Michael Gunawardena again, as he takes the ball up the number 8. St. Thomas's haven't scored so far in the third quarter, Harun, and this is a very decisive quarter.
Absolutely, relatively a sedate start for the Thomians. A good opportunity there missed. He had a lot of space. Just the goalie protecting the goal. Left armers, I'll tell you, pretty dangerous in the pool.
Well, dangerous on the cricket pitch as well, Harun, but that was a near post shot which probably should have gone the opposite way, as St. Thomas's get their first score of the quarter. Dinuk Wickramasinghe swimming across the face of the goal and making no mistake with the goal at his mercy.
Easy pickings for Wickramasinghe, just the goal to beat, ample space, and a beautifully shot goal by Dinuk Wickramasinghe, the number 4 player.
3-goal lead restored for the Thomians. That will give them some comfort, although it is really nothing in modern water polo. Seems to be quite adept with the backhand, Bari. And here's the goal scorer, the last goal scorer. So Thomas is employing a drift off defense from this central player, the top of the D, aiming to help their goalkeeper, and now they find a little bit of space, move the ball nicely to the wing. Gunawardena swims it up and takes a shot. It's off the bar.
Ambitious shot by Gunawardena. Seems to be the key player of this Thomian outfit, or just that bar denying him a goal that could have extended the lead by 4 for St. Thomas's.
Wonderful camera work, just shows how great that shot was. Beautiful follow through and bending it in, just not far enough. Really well taken shot. Looks like a timeout has been called by the Thomians, and yes, they have indeed. So St. Thomas is probably discussing exactly what they want to do now that they get the ball. Getting to double figures first will be a real boon for the confidence. And Thanura Abewardena, coach of this side.
And also very importantly, how do they sustain this lead and grow it from this point onwards, because come the second leg, that's going to always be a very crucial component. Like you said, in the modern game, this is very slender, Shanaka.
Omiru Lokuge, also the Royal coach, reading the riot act out to his players. St. Thomas's will have their goalie coming up to the center mark, Yash Simon, to take the center pass. Beautifully taken, nicely worked play, and the execution was absolutely spot on from the Thomians, and it's Gunawardena again with the score.
Once again, the magic touch of Michael Gunawardena. Look at this shot. Like you said, great camera work. Deceived the goalkeeper, went the other way, and a comfortable goal for St. Thomas's, taking their tally to 10.
Did well to thread that ball through the two arms, the outstretched arm of Bari, as well as the goalkeeper who saw it late. Good ball movement from Royal that time, trying to find an open player, and St. Thomas's missing a chance to intercept. Great shot from Keenawin.
But the pressure was always on. Great defense by the Thomians. They've been right at it. Lost opportunity there, but Royal would once again get the ball. A long throw. They'll have to capitalize on this opportunity. The goal has extended to a 4-point lead.
Nicely taken backhander again from Keenawin. They're keeping the Thomian goalkeeper guessing, which is always a good thing, to show your goalie early that you have more than one weapon in your armory.
There's one player that reminds me of that shot is my good friend Bilal Hassan. I'm sure he'll be watching all the way from London. A guy who was very dominant in this pool, Shanaka. Won Royal many a game. A big shout out to the big lad.
Certainly the best Royal prop I have played against, and I played against a few, Harun. Jehan Mubarak is a very close second. But Bilal was just so wiry and so effortlessly strong that it was very difficult to mark him as Royal take the 7-meter shot again. That time the Thomian goalie is up to the mark. Simon has been strong in goal, reading things well. And now St. Thomas's to attack through Gunawardena again, and doing well to get out of his way is his teammate on the bar. Gunawardena looking for that left hand shot, and might be exclusion. Yes. Number 8 excluded there.
Fabulous work by Yash Simon. Like you said, Shanak, he's been fantastic at the goal post.
Well, that was a penalty, and the new rules, Harun, make life really quite easy for attackers in the modern game of water polo, especially when you've got a break on. Gunawardena with the left hand, and makes no mistake into the right corner. Confidently taken shot, and St. Thomas's extend their lead to 5 goals.
Michael Gunawardena, the star player for this Thomian outfit, comfortably gets that shot in, takes the Thomian score to 11 goals versus Royal's 6. The difference now extends to 5 goals. It's a tough ask for the Royalists. Just the 2 goals scored in this quarter.
Royal now will need to try and get a score on the board since they scored first in this quarter. They haven't really troubled the Thomian goalkeeper too much. Here's Bari trying to fend off his opposite number. Goes for the shot, but it's telegraphed and way over the crossbar.
Royal started off well. I think the first minute or so they seem to have passed the ball and got that goal in. They were brimming in confidence, but Michael Gunawardena has been the difference between these two teams. He's been pinpoint accurate and looked very threatening right from the start of this game.
That's a lovely ball, but the goalkeeper does really well to come out to it, Simon. That's really good goalkeeping from him, coming out early, making a decision. The pass was a good one, and it was on as well. And that time the Royal defense also stepping up, and Ramiro Alutge will look for the long ball that time.
So once again, Royal lose position for an infringement, but gains it back. Pure desperation there from the Royal camp. That's the end of the third quarter. St. Thomas is leading by a 5-goal advantage. 11-6 is the score here at the Sugathadasa Stadium.
Well, a dominant quarter for the Thomians there. The Blue Caps smashing into a 5-goal lead. But Royal will be happy that they haven't conceded more. It was a 3-goal lead when they went into the quarter. And at the end of the quarter, it's a 5-goal lead. And the Thomians will need to make sure that they have gas in the tank for this final episode. It's a decent crowd turning up here at the Dr. R.L Hayman Trophy Encounter 2024. It's just the first leg, and the senior game will be the one that garners the most interest, after the Royal Thomians so far have been pretty close.
Some of the highlights from this quarter: Royal were the first to score, and then Thomians did show their prowess, came back quite hard. Michael Gunawardena, like we spoke of earlier, has been the key differentiator between the two teams. He's been the standalone warrior who's really put his hand up and given the Thomian team that advantage that they need.
Here are the stats of the third quarter, or in fact the stats up to the third quarter. 20 shots taken by St. Thomas's, 28 from Royal, 11 goals to 6, and the shooting accuracy is the main standout in this particular game, as the exclusions and penalties are pretty much neck to neck. So it's just the fact that the shots on target for St. Thomas's have been much, much higher than Royal's.
Very crucial fourth quarter coming up. Royal, like we mentioned, tough ask, steep hill to climb to bridge this 5-goal deficit.
Well, our foreign referees, who have been a mainstay of this Hayman encounter for about the last decade or so, takes away all the controversy. And Royal are first to the swim ball as they were in the last quarter, so really strong swimmer is their number 11, Tusit Lianage. Here's the goal scorer from the first half. He takes another shot, and up to it is Simon. It's a nice low shot, but it really needs to bounce to trouble the goalkeeper.
Look at the replay. Great shot, but Simon equally up to the task. He's been, like we mentioned earlier, fantastic at the goal post. Long levers, must say.
Tomian defense didn't really help their goalkeeper too much there, but they did cut off one side of the goal, which means he needs to worry about only the other side. Always good when your defenders and goalkeeper work in tandem. St. Thomas is looking for a good break, and here's a shot opening up, but that time it was Royals Alutge that was up to it. Shot was there for all money, but it was a weak one from Deumin Mallavarachi. Needed to get a little bit more shoulder behind that.
Oh, opportunity gone down begging. Spilled the ball when he was about to take the shot. Royal number 8, Abdul Karim.
In fact, it was Alutge, number 8 cap. It's a nice ball to Lianage, who's got the pace. We saw that at the swim ball, so he's going to get there first. Can he execute though? Yes, he can. Nicely taken goal from Lianage there. Outstanding swim. In fact, it's Suleiman Shihar. Royals cap numbers have confusing the best in the commentary box here.
Indeed, Shanaka. Great shot by Shihar. Equally well swum with the ball. I think his speed in terms of swimming has really helped him to have a good all-round game. Four-goal advantage for the Thomians. Surely looking to strike back. Gunawardana will be the man that the Royalists would want to kind of keep out in this quarter.
Kanra Abeyewardene will be a little upset about that goal, how they conceded it. They did allow a free swim almost from halfway, and nobody really got back fast enough or with enough intent. And here he is again, Lianage. This time he opts to pass and going for the backhand. Looks like it was a foul. And an exclusion. Looks like it might be yet another penalty. Yes. Looks like it is a penalty again. So quite a few penalties being exchanged inside the 2-meter area. The interpretation by the referees is that you cannot interfere with the shot from behind. So that makes life pretty easy if you're an attacker. Here's Ramiro Alutge waiting for the referees go ahead to take the shot.
Great shot there by Alutge. Good comeback by the Royalists. 2 goals in quick succession. Bridged the lead, bridged the deficit by 2 goals. 8 goals for Royal versus St. Thomas's 11, beg your pardon. Still a few minutes left for Royal to, really put some pressure on to the Thomians.
I just mentioned it at the break. Arun Wilson Thomases have enough gas left in this quarter, and they've already had their lead cut down by 2. They need to make sure that they restore it, and they do. That was Dinuk Wickramasinghe smashing that one home. Got in front of the defenders and just managed to find a nice ball through to him, and that was nicely taken.
Yeah, tactical brilliance by the Thomian outfit. Beautiful goal by Wickramasinghe. took the Royalists by surprise. The defense was clueless. They didn't have the right men covering the attackers, ultimately costing them a goal.
Royal opting to move this quickly above the D, but the pass into Alutge is not a good one. St. Thomas is now looking for a break. They've got a man free on the right wing if they can get the ball to him. And they opt to maybe slow it down a little. Get it across, moving it between the two bars, trying to get Gunawardhan a foul and a shot. Takes it well, doesn't need the foul. That's a great shot. Michael Gunawardhan bouncing it into the far corner. Beautifully taken goal.
What a shot by Michael Gunawardhan, bounced it off the water. Fabulous strike there by the number 8. Michael Gunawardhan is by far been the man of the game.
Janik Piris will be a little disappointed he didn't do better to get in the way of that one. It bounced just under his arm. Here's Vikramasinghe getting back, and they're confident to push it back to Simon and make the break. So Thomians now coming into the game with a little bit of urgency, shifted up the gears after they conceded those 2 goals. Vikramasinghe is well marked by double marked actually in front of goal, which means they've got a man free, and can they find the ball to him? They don't need to. Nicely taken goal again, that time by Lisuka Pushpawansa.
What's impressive is Sean, they are taking these shots from quite a distance. It shows their strength, upper body strength. Fabulous shooting by the Thomians. Really impressive last couple of minutes for St. Thomas's. Royal, on the other hand, have a 6-goal deficit to catch up. A tough ask, if you ask me.
The way the game is going, you have to say it is a little bit tough. They have been relying on Alutge, but you can't take away. The shot is taken. It's a good one, but not good enough. You can't take away the defensive effort of Inesh Fernando in the number 9 cap, who has been marking Alutge all game. And he just hasn't allowed the Royal skipper to dominate that centre forward position.
It's also visible that whenever the Royal, when Royal is on the attack, they seem to be a bit desperate. The shots of desperation. Then
another brilliant shot. Just as we were applauding his defense, he shows us that he can attack as well. Inesh Fernando is only a little bloke, but my goodness, didn't he get some great flight on that ball. Nice and flat, straight into the top corner.
Beautiful stroke. Beautiful shot, beg your pardon, by Inesh Fernando.
Might have had a little bit of help with a deflection, a fingertip deflection, which might have slowed the pace of the ball down. And the goalkeeper was undone by that. Another good shot by Alutge, but just not close enough. And when your goalkeeper's on good form, Harun, the attackers feel compelled to shoot just that little bit finer. And that's why the shooting isn't as accurate as the Thomians have been.
I think the stat that we saw in terms of shooting efficiency or accuracy is pretty evident in this 4th quarter, as where Royal have taken quite a few shots at goal, but to result vis-a-vis how the Thomians have gone about. Many of their shots have gone past the goal keeper's hands. So it's been a fantastic quarter for St. Thomas's thus far.
Will take the shot and it'll come off the bar. It was a good shot and just inches in it. Alutge will swim back disappointedly, but the shot was on and he needed to take it. Here's a 2-on-1 for St. Thomas's. Vikramasinghe needs to get out of the way and make himself available, and that was really good goalkeeping. It was a poor shot, poor decision making, but the goalkeeper still had a lot to do. And now the break is on for Royal. Can they convert at the opposite end? Need to make the ball available to their swimmers getting across, and it's the wrong pass. Can they make it though? Yes, they can.
Suleiman Shrihar capitalizing on that opportunity. Easy pickings there. A decent pass. Royal on the attack, managing to get that important goal, but the gap or the lead still 6 goals in favor of St. Thomas's.
Nicely taken goal, was very patient in front of goal. I thought that they had botched it by making the wrong pass, but that was really well taken by Shihar. Very strong to keep that ball up in the air. Ines Fernando tries his luck again. This time the defense comes through.
An ambitious shot at goal by Fernando. Another opportunity for the Royalists.
Been really keeping Alutge quiet, but Royal trying to capitalize on that from the outside shooters, and nicely done that time. Bari again scored the first goal of the third quarter and has come to the party one more time as his family looks on with just a little bit of concern. Can he do that often enough? Thomian crowd not interested in cheering, just having a good smile, hoping for the best. The shot is on for Ines Fernando if he wants to take it. Vikramasinghe calls, but Fernando takes it and puts pressure on the goalkeeper.
Royal desperate with just 50 seconds on the clock. 20 to be precise in terms of the shot clock. A goal here would really do themselves a favor, would reduce their grip, and fantastic shot by Alutge from quite a distance. Shanaka, it's a great shot by the captain.
There's absolutely no disputing his shooting prowess. He's an outstanding shooter. He just hasn't got enough opportunities, and you have to say Ines Fernando needed to be a little better there, needed to retire and get his hand up. Make sure he helped his goalie on that far side of the goal and cut that one out as a timeout is taken by St. Thomas's once again. Will they come back with a set play?
So with 35 seconds to go, Shanaka, basically, if someone was played this game, what do you think the discussions would be generally when a timeout is taken at this stage?
Well, they want to not waste time, Harun, by actually swimming the ball up. They want the shot clock to come on as soon as the center pass is taken and all their players are in attacking position. So they will go up and the center pass will be taken and then the shot clock will try to run down. So the difference between the shot clock and the game clock is only 5 seconds.
Super. There you go. I think overall, if we are to pick a player that has stood out in this match, it has been Michael Gunwardhan, no doubt.
Well, you and I have been on for the second 2 quarters, Harun, so we'll have to ask our mates Riza and Abdullah what they think. Beautiful shots of that Sugathadasa Stadium on the opposite side of the road as well, where we were a couple of weeks ago with the Papare. As St. Thomas's pick it up through their goalie, they will want to throw this ball around a little, run down the shot clock before they take their shot. It's a nice ball, beautifully taken by Vikramasinghe, who finishes.
Excellent play by the Thomians. Vikramasinghe, beautiful catch initially before he made that very comfortable shot at goal.
Here's some shots also of this part of town. If you don't visit often, it really is an eclectic part of town. Plenty going on, lots of commercial activity. Of course,
another timeout. Yes.
So Royal will be having the same thinking, Harun, because there's 18 seconds on the clock, which means that they do have time to get a shot off. And having a lead of less than 5, let's say they go to 12, having a lead of less than 5 is psychologically important in that second leg.
Okay. Absolutely, I think come the second leg, obviously things can always change. And like any sport, it's a team that plays the best on that day that gains progress. So you would always want to, keep that lead into a very reachable, slender margin.
It's a funny thing, isn't it, Harun? Looking down at goal, none of us ever expected Sri Lanka to score 600. But funny things happen in sport.
Absolutely.
And nobody really expected New Zealand to capitulate for under 100. So anything really could happen in sport. Royal now with their set play. Can they get the shot away? Trying to move that ball. Thomian defense, beautifully done. Alutge, they really have drifted off him in the last couple of seconds and he has taken absolute advantage of it. Took it beautifully. By the time Michael Gunawardene recovered, it was too late. And Yashtis Hyman wasn't moving fast enough in that goal. And a beautifully taken shot by Alutge.
Excellent work by the Royal captain. Very swift in terms of taking that shot. As he caught that ball, oh, good effort. And that's the end of the first leg of the under-15 encounter played for the Mahinda Liyanage Trophy. St Thomas's winning by a margin of 4, 16 goals to 12.
Well, as I was saying, the 5-goal advantage is not there for the Thomians, and 4 goals is really not a lead to be too happy about in the modern game of water polo. That could all change in 1 quarter. So we keep it really slender as a lead as we go into the second leg of the Mahinda Liyanage Trophy for the under-15 teams of St Thomas's and Royal. The seniors will be out in a few moments to warm up, get their feel of the pool, get a feel of the water as we call it.
This is the beauty of the sport. Royal Thomian, water polo, one of the glamour sports played between these two schools. We know cricket and rugby is up there, but then comes the water polo, the cricket, and this is the part where the camaraderie is built. You make friends for life in encounters of this nature. And
well, I hope that's true. I hope that's still true, Harun, because it certainly was the case among Royalists and Thomians. I really hope that that still is the case. There we go. Full-time score confirmation. 16 goals St Thomas's, 12 goals to Royal. And they will want to make sure that they hold on to that lead. St Thomas's for dear life. It's not enough for them to sit on and defend, as we'll see the highlights here. Nicely rolled in there. That one by Shihar. Penalty from Alutge as well. And then coming back into the game through Vikramasinghe.
I thought Royal had a better quarter relatively in this whole game, watching all 4 quarters. They managed to capitalize. I think Alutge and Shihar really did capitalize on opportunities that they had. I thought they were blocked predominantly during the first 3 quarters. Whenever they had the ball in hand, they ensured that they converted into a goal.
Some superb shooting in this 4th quarter, and I think that might be as a result of the defenses being tired. The Thomians really didn't defend as well as they did in the first half or even in the 3rd quarter. Vikramasinghe restoring that 5-goal lead there before Alutge's shot reduced it to 4. Really nicely done, but the stats will show that Royal's shooting percentage increased dramatically in that 4th quarter, and St Thomas's dropped from above 50% to under 50%, and the exclusions also were not very close to each other, and penalties also Royal getting 2 penalties, St Thomas's winning 3, so nothing to write home about in that comparison either. But it really has been an excellent display of shooting from both teams. But St Thomas's will have to think about maybe using their bench a bit more, rotating their players a bit more to make sure they keep that intensity up, Harun, because it's something that we've noticed even over the course of the school's rugby season, that the Thomians haven't finished well. And that's something that they really need to make sure that they do, especially in this particular encounter as well.
It's a very interesting analogy that you brought in terms of how the Thomians also couldn't capitalize on many encounters that they could have won. But I think it'll be always a tactical game when they come into the second leg. Strategy will play a part in terms of how well they turn their players through.
Well, as you look out over Kotahena on the Papare TV, let's come back after the commercial break with live action from the Dr. R.L Hayman Trophy.
ඔයාලගේ කම්පැනි එකේ, ඔයාලගේ ක්ලබ් එකේ, ඔයාලගේ ස්කූල් එකේ යූත් එකට සෙට් වෙන ඕනම ඉවෙන්ට් එකක් The Papare TV එකෙන් මුළු ලංකාවටම පෙන්වන්න අපි ලෑස්ති. ඔයාලත් ලෑස්තිද? අපිට කතා කරන්න.
ThePapare TV, ThePapare TV HD, Dialog Television නාලිකාංක 63 සහ 126 ඔස්සේ ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ අංක 1 ක්‍රීඩා නාලිකාව.
ultra soft fondue with canola and sunflower oil.
Dialog Television එක reload එකෙන් පවුලටම හිතේ හැටියට TV බලන්න රුපියල් 798කට අලුත්ම සුපිරි reload plan එකක්. දැනුම ගෙනන අධ්‍යාපනික channel 18ක්. පොඩ්ඩන් වෙනුවෙන්ම channel 8ක්. දේශීය රසවින්දනය ගෙනන channel 22ක්. විනෝදාස්වාදයේ පිරි විදේශ channel රසක් සමග channel 80කටත් වඩා. activate කිරීම reload සහ my dialog app මගින් ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ අංක 1 ටෙලිවිෂන් රසාස්වාදය. Dialog Television.
This is the place to be.
Welcome to Hong Kong!
How you feeling?
MasterChef Australia Season 16 starts 23rd September, Monday to Friday, 8 p.m. Only in Star Movies and Star Movies Select.
Creamy richness redefined. Smooth, soft, spreadable. Introducing ultra soft fondue with canola and sunflower oil.
නවසිලන්ත ක්‍රිකට් කණ්ඩායමේ ශ්‍රී ලංකා තරග සංචාරය 2024 ICC ලෝක ටෙස්ට් ශූරතාවලියේ තරග දෙකක් සැප්තැම්බර් 18 වනදා සිට සැප්තැම්බර් 30 වැනිදා දක්වා Dialog Television 10 ක්‍රිකට් සහ Sony Sports 5 HD ඔස්සේ සජීවීව නරඹන්න. ඇක්ටිවේට් කිරීම SMS හෝ My Dialog app මගින්.
Creamy richness redefined. Smooth, soft, spreadable. Introducing ultra soft fondue with canola and sunflower oil.
Hot and spicy fun vibe එක විවර කරන්න beat එක remake කරන්න to win හදවත වවලා යන්න ගින්දර fashion කරන්න fun උතුරන්න කොත්තුමි kick එක මෙන්න prima කොත්තුරි මල් තමයි
Red hot bowling.
Gone! Oh, he cleaned him up.
Action never stops at ZimAfro T10. Have a wild ride.
Watch ZimAfro T10 live on the Star Sports Network.
Catch the action of the Bangladesh Tour of India 2024 live. Enjoy 2 test matches and 3 T20Is. From 19th September to 12th October. Live on Dialog Television, ThePapare TV.
Hot and spicy fun vibe එක විවර කරන්න beat එක remake කරන්න to win හදවත වවලා යන්න ගින්දර fashion කරන්න fun උතුරන්න කොත්තුමි kick එක මෙන්න prima කොත්තුරි මල් තමයි
Ultra soft fondue with canola and sunflower oil.
ඔයාලගේ කම්පැනි එකේ, ඔයාලගේ ක්ලබ් එකේ, ඔයාලගේ ස්කූල් එකේ යූත් එකට සෙට් වෙන ඕනම ඉවෙන්ට් එකක් ThePapare TV එකෙන් මුළු ලංකාවටම පෙන්වන්න අපි ලෑස්ති. ඔයාලත් ලෑස්තිද? අපිට කතා කරන්න.
ThePapare TV, ThePapare TV HD, Dialog Television නාලිකාංක 63 සහ 126 ඔස්සේ ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ අංක 1 ක්‍රීඩා නාලිකාව.
Catch the excitement real time. Be up to date with it all. Let us capture your milestones. Get it sizzling hot off the turf. Hear the experts break it down. Dig deep into the nitty-gritties. Be inspired by their greatness. Relive all the scintillating action.
Hot and spicy fun vibe එක විවර කරන්න. Beat එක remake කරන්නට වෙන්න. හදවත වහවලා යන්න. ගින්දර fashion කරන්න. Fun උතුරන්න. කොත්තුමි kick එක මෙන්න. Prima කොත්තුමි. Fun තමයි.
Catch the action of the New Zealand tour of Sri Lanka 2024 live. Enjoy 2 test matches from 18th September to 30th September. Live on Dialog Television, 10 Cricket and Sony Sports 5 HD.
Creamy richness redefined. Smooth, soft, spreadable. Introducing Ultra Soft Fondre with canola and sunflower oil.
ඔයාලගේ කම්පැනි එකේ, ඔයාලගේ ක්ලබ් එකේ, ඔයාලගේ ස්කූල් එකේ යූත් එකට සෙට් වෙන ඕනම ඉවෙන්ට් එකක් The Papare TV එකෙන් මුළු ලංකාවටම පෙන්වන්න අපි ලෑස්ති. ඔයාලත් ලෑස්තිද? අපිට කතා කරන්න.
The Papare TV, The Papare TV HD, Dialog Television නාලිකාංක 63 සහ 126 ඔස්සේ ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ අංක 1 ක්‍රීඩා නාලිකාව.
Ultra Soft Fondre with canola and sunflower oil.
क्रिकेट के इंटरनेशनल सीजन का जलवा, इंडिया टूर ऑफ इंग्लैंड, इंग्लैंड टूर ऑफ न्यूजीलैंड, इंग्लैंड के होम सीरीज एंड मेनी मोर बिग सीरीज।
अब क्रिकेट फैंस के पास होगा सेलिब्रेशन का बिग रीजन।
ඔයාලගේ කම්පැනි එකේ, ඔයාලගේ ක්ලබ් එකේ, ඔයාලගේ ස්කූල් එකේ යූත් එකට සෙට් වෙන ඕනම ඉවෙන්ට් එකක් The Papare TV එකෙන් මුළු ලංකාවටම පෙන්වන්න අපි ලෑස්ති. ඔයාලත් ලෑස්තිද? අපිට කතා කරන්න.
The Papare TV, The Papare TV HD, Dialog Television නාලිකාංක 63 සහ 126 ඔස්සේ ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ අංක 1 ක්‍රීඩා නාලිකාව.
Ultra Soft Fondre with canola and sunflower oil.
Dialog Television එක රීලෝඩ් එකෙන් පවුලටම හිතේ හැටියට TV බලන්න රුපියල් 798කට අලුත්ම සුපිරි රීලෝඩ් ප්ලෑන් එකක්. දැනුම ගෙනෙන අධ්‍යාපනික channel 18ක්. පොඩ්ඩන් වෙනුවෙන්ම channel 8ක්. දේශීය රසවින්දනය ගෙනෙන channel 22ක්. විනෝදාස්වාදය පිරි විදේශ channel රසක් සමග channel 80කටත් වඩා. ඇක්ටිවේට් කිරීම රීලෝඩ් සහ My Dialog app මගින් ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ අංක 1 ටෙලිවිෂන් රසාස්වාදය Dialog Television.
This is the place to be.
Welcome to Hong Kong!
How you feeling?
MasterChef Australia Season 16 starts 23rd September, Monday to Friday, 8 p.m. Only in Star Movies and Star Movies Select.
Creamy richness redefined. Smooth, soft, spreadable. Introducing Ultra Soft Fondre with canola and sunflower oil.
නවසිලන්ත ක්‍රිකට් කණ්ඩායමේ ශ්‍රී ලංකා තරග සංචාරය 2024 ICC ලෝක ටෙස්ට් ශූරතාවලියේ තරග දෙකක් සැප්තැම්බර් 18 වනදා සිට සැප්තැම්බර් 30 වැනිදා දක්වා Dialog Television 10 Cricket සහ Sony Sports 5 HD ඔස්සේ සජීවීව නරඹන්න. ඇක්ටිවේට් කිරීම SMS හෝ My Dialog app මගින්.
ලෝකයේ වැඩිම දෙනෙක්ගේ විනෝදාංශයක් චිත්‍රපට නැරඹීම. ෆිල්ම් හෝල් එකකට නොගිහින් ගෙදර ඉඳන්ම විනෝදාංශයට ඉඩක් ගන්න. පැය 24 පුරාම කැමතිම හොඳම ජනප්‍රියම හොලිවුඩ් චිත්‍රපට ඇතුළුව සිනමා නිර්මාණ නරඹන්න. එන්න ලොකුම සිනමා පුස්තකාලයට. ඇන්ෆ්ලික්ස් සියල් සපිරි උසස් සිනමා රසාස්වාදය පිරුණ තැන. පොඩ්ඩක් නවතින්න. ඔබ ඔය රිමෝට් එක අතේ තියන් channel මාරු කරන්නේ ඔබේ දරුවට බලන්න හොඳ programs යන channel එකක් හොයන්නද? ඔව් ඒක ලේසි වැඩක් නෙවෙයි තමයි. සමහර ඒවායි කාටුන් විතරයි. තවත් ඒවායි අධ්‍යාපනික වැඩසටහන් විතරයි. තව සමහරක් ඒවායි සින්දු විතරයි. ඔය සේරම එකම තැනක තිබුණා නම් දරුවටත් ලේසි, ඔබටත් පහසුයි නේද? එහෙනම් ඉතින් ඔබට නවතින්න වෙන්නේ මෙතන. දරුවගේ දැනුම අවබෝධය වර්ධනය කරන ගමන් දරුවා සතුටින් තියෙන වටිනා වැඩසටහන් රසක් මෙතන තියෙනවා. Dialog TV නාලිකාංක 48න් A+ Kids TV ආදරේ බෙදෙන පුංචි හිත්වලට ආදරෙන්.
කිසිදා නොමියෙන මතක, කිසිදා නොමියෙන චරිත, සැමදා මතකේ නොමියෙන චිත්‍රපට තුළින් ස්වර්ණමය යුගයක් එකලු කළ අප්‍රමාණ රසිකාදරයට පාත්‍ර වූ සිංහල සිනමාවේ අමරණීය චරිත මතකාවර්ජනය. අමරණීය මතක ඩයලොග් ටෙලිවිෂන් චැනල් අංක 18 රෙදි TV ඔස්සේ සෑම දිනකම සවස 3ට.
දන්නවද සිංහයාගේ කම්මැලිකම ගැන? දැකලා තියෙනවද මීමස් රජුගේ ලස්සන? අහලා තියෙනවද The Great Elephant Gathering එක ගැන? විඳලා තියෙනවද තල්මහෙක්ගේ ආදරය? මේ සේරම දකින්න, අහන්න, බලන්න, විඳින්න පුළුවන් එකම තැන. Animal Planet. ලෝකයට හැංගුණ සත්ව ලෝකයේ අපූර්වත්වය සමග Animal Planet. නිර්මාණශීලී ජයග්‍රාහි පුඩ්ඩන්ට පවුලේ අයත් එක්ක පර්ල් බේ යන්න මෙන්න හොඳම අවස්ථාවක්. ඒ විතරක් නෙමෙයි. ඇට්ලස් කලර්ස් පාක්ස් ෆෙස්ටිවල් වෙතින් තවත් වටිනා තෑගි ගොඩක් දිනාගන්න පුළුවන්. කරන්න තියෙන්නේ මෙච්චරයි. A+ Kids TV අපේ Art+ වැඩසටහනින් අපි ඉදිරිපත් කරන කතාවේ ඊළඟට මොකද වෙන්නේ කියලා හිතලා ඒකේ ඔයා කැමතිම අවස්ථාව ලස්සනට ඇඳලා අපට එවන්න. චිත්‍රය එවද්දී චිත්‍රයත් එක්ක ඇට්ලස් කලර්ස් පාක්ස් පැස්ටල් බොක්ස් එකේ ෆොටෝ එකක් හරි ඇට්ලස් කලර්ස් පාක්ස් පැස්ටල් බොක්ස් එකේ තියෙන ස්ටිකර් එක ඔයාගේ චිත්‍රේ අලවල හරි ඒවා අමතක කරන්න එපා. ඉතින් 0768යි 21යි 22යි 66 අංකයට ඔයාගේ චිත්‍රයත් නම ලිපිනය දුරකථන අංකය එක්ක අදම WhatsApp කරන්න. A+ Kids TV නාලිකා අංක 48 ඔස්සේ.
They're here. We don't have much time. Oh! Someone's taking down the hotel.
It's a bad day to be bad people. Let the games begin.
They ain't gonna know what hit him.
AXN Crunch Time on AXN.
Catch the action of the Bangladesh Tour of India 2024 live. Enjoy 2 test matches and 3 T20Is. From 19th September to 12th October. Live on Dialog Television, ThePapare TV.
safari camp, adventures මේ හැමදේම කරන්න පුළුවන් එකම තැන තමයි Camp Champ. දන්නවද? ඔයාලා කරලා නැති අමුතුම විදිහේ activities ඒ වගේම games කරන්න පුළුවන් එකම තැන තමයි මෙතන. එහෙමනම් හැම සතියකම මාත් එක්ක එකතු වෙන්න ඔයාලට පුළුවන් වෙනවා මං කියපු මේ හැම තැනකටම free මාත් එක්ක යන්න. ලෑස්තිද? Camp Champ.
බදාදා උදේ 8:30ට, දවල් 2ට, රාත්‍රී 8ට, ඉරිදා දවල් 2:30ට.
A+ Kids TV නාලිකා අංක 48 ඔස්සේ.
The CPL is back for 2024. This year, it will be the best ever CPL, with global superstars, massive sixes, and incredible entertainment at the biggest party in sport.
Watch the Republic Bank Caribbean Premier League live on the Star Sports Network.
Hey buddy, it's been a while.
කාටුන් බලන්න ආස පොඩ්ඩු සේරම ඉන්න අපූර තැන. හොඳම කාටුන් ඔක්කොම තියෙන එකම තැන. කාටුන් නෙට්වර්ක්. එකමුතුකම, පරාත්තකාමීකම, පරිසරයට ආදරය කිරීම වගේ හුඟක් හොඳ දේවල් සේරම පොඩ්ඩන්ට කියලා දෙන පුංචි හිත් හඳුනන පොඩ්ඩු කැමැතිම කාටුන් තියෙන තැන. කාටුන් නෙට්වර්ක්. channel අංක 47.
There's a big world out there for your child to explore, with so much to see, so many things to do, and so much to enjoy learning about.
Hello, you two.
They can do it all with the UK's #1 children's channel, CBeebies.
Amazing!
It's a safe place for your child to learn through play, with delightful shows that will entertain and educate.
That works for me.
Get them ready for a big world with CBeebies.
Go bananas for the juiciest talent show on CBeebies.
Ready or not, here I go!
Celebrate your favourite superfood as they show off their fresh skills.
Hey. Ta-da!
And fruitastic facts before your berry eyes.
We bloom and grow super fast.
So squeeze the day, because every fruit and veg is a superstar.
It's time to let our seeds shine.
Roots and Fruits. New episodes Monday to Friday on CBeebies.
One of the hardest moments in life is when we figure out how little control we actually have over the things that happen to us, right? But what we can control is how we respond to them. And I just know that with a little time, clarity will come.
Stories worth telling, lives worth saving in Chicago Med, Season 9 on Rock Entertainment.
අපේ කාලේත් මින් පෙර යුගයේත් හොඳම ටෙලිනාට්‍ය රසාලිප්ත කතා තුළ අපමණ සිනහ වූ මදකට හැඬුම් සිර වූ අපේම නොවූ අපේම කතාන්තයන් ශ්‍රී ලාංකික ටෙලිනාට්‍ය කලාව සැරසූ සුරම්‍ය රැඟුම් ආනන්දය නොනවත්වා නරපන්න සිටි හිට්ස් ශ්‍රී ලාංකික ටෙලිනාට්‍ය නාලිකාව ඩයලොග් ටෙලිවිෂන් channel අංක 19.
Dialog Television එක රීලෝඩ් එකෙන් පවුලටම හිතේ හැටියට TV බලන්න රුපියල් 798කට අලුත්ම සුපිරි රීලෝඩ් ප්ලෑන් එකක්. ඇක්ටිවේට් කිරීම රීලෝඩ් සහ My Dialog app මගින්. Dialog Television එක රීලෝඩ් එකෙන් පවුලටම හිතේ හැටියට TV බලන්න රුපියල් 798කට අලුත්ම සුපිරි රීලෝඩ් ප්ලෑන් එකක්. දෙස් විදේශ channel රසක් සමග channel 80කටත් වඩා. ඇක්ටිවේට් කිරීම රීලෝඩ් සහ My Dialog app මගින්. ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ අංක 1 ටෙලිවිෂන් රසාස්වාදය. Dialog Television. Dialog Television එක රීලෝඩ් එකෙන් පවුලටම හිතේ හැටියට TV බලන්න රුපියල් 798කට අලුත්ම සුපිරි රීලෝඩ් ප්ලෑන් එකක්. දැනුම ගෙනෙන අධ්‍යාපනික channel 18ක්. පොඩ්ඩන් වෙනුවෙන්ම channel 8ක්. දේශීය රසවින්දනය ගෙනෙන channel 22ක්. විනෝදාස්වාදය පිරි විදේශ channel රසක් සමග channel 80කටත් වඩා ඇක්ටිවේට් කිරීම රීලෝඩ් සහ My Dialog app මගින් ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ අංක 1 ටෙලිවිෂන් රසාස්වාදය Dialog Television.
තාලෙට සින්දු කියන ගමන් ලස්සන හැඩ කපන්න.
පිපි කුසුම වදුළු සිඹිමින් තුරු සිරසලා පළු අතරින්. හායි කොහොමද ඔයාලට අපි අද හදමු ස්නෝමෑන් රොකට් එකක්. බටර්ෆ්ලයි කෙනෙක් තමයි මම අද ක්‍රාෆ්ට් එකකින් හදන්නේ. ජිරාෆ් කෙනෙක් හදන්න යන්නේ.
ඒ හැඩවලින් ලස්සන රූපමවන්න. අංහරුවාදා උදේ 10:30ට සවස 3:30ට ඉරිදා උදේ 10:30ට ෆන් ෆැක්ටරි එක පැත්තට ඇවිත් යන්න. A+ Kids TV නාලිකා අංක 48 ඔස්සේ.
I'm here because I believe in this program. We have peace here. People feel safe.
Are they? This is Reach, home to millions of people.
It's my job to decide what to do next. The climactic battle against the Covenant continues on Halo Season 2. On Rock Entertainment.
First and exclusive.
Have you met them yet?
Met who?
Hello?
I guess over here there's like a pretty huge civil war going on. You don't know what side they're fighting from.
3 hostiles heading your way.
Do not move.
You could be really hot. Food changed like everything.
Good Lord.
Get in, loser.
First and exclusive. All new on Saturdays.
This month on HBO Family.
My name's Wilbur. Anyone want to play? I've never met a spider before.
My name is Charlotte. Grandmama.
Yes.
I want you to teach me how to use my powers. Time to go big.
It's a normal spider now. I'm a normal kid.
What's happening?
It's my dream to deliver packages for cornerstore.com. Always delivered!
Prepare for Saturday night thrills. Pelham 123 has been taken.
Who the hell is this? This is gonna give the city a run for money.
Fulfill your need for speed in Days of Thunder.
You build me a car and I'll win Daytona. That's a race car drive.
On a dark day, New York's finest stepped up.
You won't believe this. Roof smash center. Stay together and stay focused.
And a big heist calls for a mini solution.
You do it like the Italian job.
Saturday is Blockbuster Night this September on Hits Movies.
Let's get into it.
This is Hits Now, where talents are discovered and superstars are born.
I'm very proud to have you on my team.
Where you can solve crimes and fight fires.
Must be nice.
Laugh with the family and many others. Play games and prove you're better. All the latest hits, all the time, all in one place.
So starstruck right now.
Hits Now, the best of US TV.
It's time.
It doesn't get any better than this.
දෙමව්පියෝ කැමති දරුවන්ට හොඳම දේ දෙන්න. පෙර පාසල් සහ එක වසර දෙක වසර දරුවන් වෙනුවෙන් විශේෂයෙන් සැකසුණු පාඩම් මාලාවක්. කතන්දර ආකාරයෙන් හා දරුවෝ ආස කරන නැටුම්, ගැයුම්, වැයුම් සහ තවත් බොහෝ දෑ A+ Kids House තුලින්. සතියේ දවස් 7ම උදෑසන 7ට සහ දහවල් 1ට.
A+ Kids TV නාලිකා අංක 48 ඔස්සේ.
අපි නොහිතන විදිහට අපේ තියෙන දේපල රාජසන්තක වෙන්න පුළුවන්.
රටේ තියෙනවා විවිධ අන පනත් ප්‍රමාණයක් යම් යම් වැරදි සම්බන්ධයෙන් ඒ වරදට යම් පුද්ගලයෙක් වැරදිකාරයෙක් වුණාම ඒ වරදට යොදාගත්ත දේපල. ඒ කියන්නේ වාහන වෙන්න පුළුවන්, යන්ත්‍ර සූත්‍ර වෙන්න පුළුවන්, විවිධ මෙවලම් වෙන්න පුළුවන්. මේවා රාජසන්තක කරන්න නීති රීති තියෙනවා. හේතුව මේවා යොදාගෙන නැවත නැවත වැරදි කිරීම වැළැක්වීම සඳහා.
මේ පිළිබඳව වැඩිදුර තොරතුරු දැනගන්න මෙවර නීතිය වැඩසටහන නරඹන්න.
නීතිය සිකුරාදා උදැසන 11:30ට සහ සවස 6:30ට. නැවත විකාශය සෙනසුරාදා සවස 6:30ට.
Catch the action of the New Zealand Tour of Sri Lanka 2024 live. Enjoy 2 test matches from 18th September to 30th September. Live on Dialog Television, 10 Cricket and Sony Sports 5 HD.
නවසිලන්ත ක්‍රිකට් කණ්ඩායමේ ශ්‍රී ලංකා තරග සංචාරය 2024 ICC ලෝක ටෙස්ට් ශූරතාවලියේ තරග දෙකක් සැප්තැම්බර් 18 වනදා සිට සැප්තැම්බර් 30 වැනිදා දක්වා Dialog Television 10 Cricket සහ Sony Sports 5 HD ඔස්සේ සජීවීව නරඹන්න. ඇක්ටිවේට් කිරීම SMS හෝ My Dialog app මගින්.
My name is Matthew Nolan. I am being extradited for a crime that I did not commit.
We now have confirmation of deaths on flight 357. What am I in the middle of?
Red Eye. New series only on AXN.
දැන් රෙදි ටීවී නාලිකාව වෙතින් ජයරත්න ගලගතර ඉදිරිපත් කරන බයිස්කෝප් කතා වැඩසටහන. ඔබ කැමති චිත්‍රපටයේ රසවත්ම කතා අහන්නට බලන්නට ඩයලොග් ටීවී නාලිකා අංක 18 රෙදි ටීවී ඔස්සේ දැන් සෑම සෙනසුරාදාවකම සවස 5:30ට බයිස්කෝප් කතා.
රිදීතිරේ මහේෂා කිතාරු පුංචිතිරය ආලෝකමත් කරන ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ ජනප්‍රියතම සිනමා නාලිකාව රිදී TV ඉතා හදබැඳි මෙදා රසවිදි කළු සුදු සිනමාවේ පටන් නූතන HD යුගය දක්වා නාද වර්ණ සුසංයෝගී වූ පුළුල් සිනමා රසවින්දනය ශ්‍රී ලාංකික සිනමා රසිකත්වය වෙනුවෙන්ම ඩයලොග් ටෙලිවිෂන් චැනල් අංක 18න් රිදී TV.
Dance.
Out of this world!
And laugh out loud. It feels amazing.
Celebrate!
Visit our website to find out what's on. Swap your to-do list for a must-watch list.
Did you just see that?
Magic. And turn your weekday woes into weekend wows.
So excited.
On your binge and chill weekend. On Rock Entertainment. This season,
looks like we're going for a ride.
It's all about celebrating the new.
Can't win this war without us, sir.
Bold new storylines.
You jeopardize demands life?
Stay away.
My God!
Epic new battles.
Master Chief.
And new revelations.
I'm wondering if it's Tom Hanks.
Best vocal you've ever done.
So don't miss our freshest drops. And catch our newest seasons while it's hot.
Family.
Gotta keep the faith.
Right here.
Remember me?
On Rock Entertainment.
සීකර්ස් 1 අඟහරුවදා උදැසන 9:30ට සහ සවස 4:30ට. නැවත විකාශය ඉරිදා රාත්‍රී 8ට.
Well, it's a beautiful night at the Shark Tank Arena. Here are some optimistic hopefuls. Let's see if they can nail their pitch.
This is Chubby Buttons.
We are the moms behind Chloe.
Heavy metal fire!
Let me think about that. No. Uh-oh, looks like they've unfortunately struck out. That's gotta hurt. But these players have hit it out of the park.
You got a deal.
It's sink or swim in Shark Tank. Only on Hits Now.
क्रिकेट के इंटरनेशनल सीजन का जलवा, इंडिया टूर ऑफ इंग्लैंड, इंग्लैंड टूर ऑफ न्यूजीलैंड, इंग्लैंड के होम सीरीज एंड मेनी मोर बिग सीरीज।
अब क्रिकेट फैंस के पास होगा सेलिब्रेशन का बिग रीजन।
වෛද්‍යතුමනි මොකක්ද මේ හිසේ රුදාව එහෙම නැත්නම් හිසේ කැක්කුම
එතකොට විතර අපි අපිට මතක් වෙන්නේ මේක ඔළුව
එතකොට තමයි මතක් වෙන ඔළුව තියෙනවා කියලා ඔබ යම් කිසි රෝගයකට ගොදුරු වෙලා නම් මේ තොරතුරු නොදන්නාකම නිසා
හෝමෝන වල වෙනස් වීම නිසා ඔළුවේ කැක්කුමක් එනවා හෘද වස්තු රෝගියෙකුට හෘද වස්තුවේ රෝග ලක්ෂණයක් නිසා මේ ඔළුවේ කැක්කුම එනවා
සුවරණ පදාතා උදෑසන 9:30ට සවස 4ට නැවත විකාශය සෙනසුරාදා රාත්‍රී 9ට
බොඩි මසාජ් කරගන්න ස්පා ගාන ගියපු කාලේ ඉවරයි. දැන් එකට හොඳම ඔප්ෂන් එකක් තියෙනවා. තාම ඩේස් ගෝන් ගේම් එක ප්ලේ කරේ නැද්ද? try කරලා බලන්න. ෆෝන් එක හීට් වෙන එක වදයක් වෙච්ච ඔයාලට හීට් වෙන්නේ නැති ෆෝන් එකක් ගැන කියන්න අපි සූදානම්. හෙයාර් ස්ටයිල් දාද්දී කොණ්ඩේ හීට් වෙනවා කියන්නේ කොණ්ඩේ ඩැමේජ් වෙනවා. ඉතින් කොණ්ඩේ තියෙන කොල්ල කෙල්ලන්ට කොණ්ඩේ හීට් වෙන්නේ නැතුව හෙයාර් ස්ටයිල් දාන්න හොඳම ඔප්ෂන් එකක් අපි කියනවා. මේ හැම දේ ගැනම දැනගන්න මේ සතියේත් ටෙක් ටිප්ස් බලන්න.
ටෙක් ටිප්ස් අඟහරුවාදා උදෑසන 9ට සහ සවස 4ට.
වර්තමානයේ අපි දකිනවා රාත්‍රී කාලයේදී පෝරුවේ චාරිත්‍ර සිදු වෙනවා. ජ්‍යොතිෂයට අනුව මෙය නිවැරදිද?
සාමාන්‍යයෙන් මේ එකම ලග්නයේ දෙන්නෙක් විවාහ වුණාට පස්සේ වෙන්නේ ඒ දෙන්නට අෂ්ටම සෙනසුරු ඒරාෂ්ටකය සහ ලග්න සෙනසුරු ඒරාෂ්ටකය එකටම යන්නේ. ඒ හින්දා පොඩි ගැටලු ප්‍රශ්න ටිකක් තියෙනවා. හැබැයි එකම ලග්නෙනේ. එතකොට ලග්න වශයක් තියෙන හින්දා දෙදෙනාගේ ආකර්ෂණය හොඳයි.
පෝරුවේ චාරිත්‍ර විවාහ ගැටලු සිහින බලාපල දේහ ලක්ෂණ විද්‍යාව ඇතුළු බොහෝ දේ දැනගන්න මේ සතියේ channel වන් තරු සක්මන නරඹන්න.
තරු සක්මන සෙනසුරාදා උදෑසන 8ට නැවත විකාශය සඳුදා සවස 4ට.
What's going on here?
Stop! Express!
Coming through!
It's Big Thomas! Yeah! They're finally here! Thomas and Friends, Monday to Friday on CBeebies.
He's a scary individual.
Juliana Pena is back!
This is my belt. I'm coming. Nobody can take that belt away from me.
Salt Lake City! Here we go!
Watch UFC 307, Sunday 6th October 7:30 a.m. live on Sony Sports Network.
Red hot bowling.
Oh, he's gone! Oh, he cleaned him up!
Action never stops at Zimafro T10. Have a wild ride.
Watch Zimafro T10 live on the Star Sports Network.
This is the place to be.
Welcome to Hong Kong!
How you feeling?
MasterChef Australia Season 16 starts 23rd September, Monday to Friday, 8 p.m. Only in Star Movies and Star Movies Select.
Catch the excitement real time. Be up to date with it all. Let us capture your milestones. Get it sizzling hot off the turf. Hear the experts break it down. Dig deep into the nitty-gritties. Be inspired by their greatness. Relive all the scintillating action.
ඔයාලගේ කම්පැනි එකේ, ඔයාලගේ ක්ලබ් එකේ, ඔයාලගේ ස්කූල් එකේ යූත් එකට සෙට් වෙන ඕනම ඉවෙන්ට් එකක් The Papare TV එකෙන් මුළු ලංකාවටම පෙන්වන්න අපි ලෑස්ති. ඔයාලත් ලෑස්තිද? අපිට කතා කරන්න.
ThePapare TV, ThePapare TV HD, Dialog Television නාලිකාංක 63 සහ 126 ඔස්සේ ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ අංක 1 ක්‍රීඩා නාලිකාව.
ලෝකයේ වැඩිම දෙනෙක්ගේ විනෝදාංශයක් චිත්‍රපට නැරඹීම. ෆිල්ම් හෝල් එකකට නොගිහින් ගෙදර ඉඳන්ම විනෝදාංශයට ඉඩක් ගන්න. පැය 24 පුරාම කැමතිම හොඳම ජනප්‍රියම හොලිවුඩ් චිත්‍රපට ඇතුළුව සිනමා නිර්මාණ නරඹන්න. එන්න ලොකුම සිනමා පුස්තකාලයට. ඇන්ෆ්ලික්ස් සියල් සපිරි උසස් සිනමා රසාස්වාදය පිරුණ තැන. පොඩ්ඩක් නවතින්න. ඔබ ඔය රිමෝට් එක අතේ තියන් channel මාරු කරන්නේ ඔබේ දරුවට බලන්න හොඳ programs යන channel එකක් හොයන්නද? ඔව් ඒක ලේසි වැඩක් නෙවෙයි තමයි. සමහර ඒවායි කාටුන් විතරයි. තවත් ඒවායි අධ්‍යාපනික වැඩසටහන් විතරයි. තව සමහරක් ඒවායි සින්දු විතරයි. ඔය සේරම එකම තැනක තිබුණා නම් දරුවටත් ලේසි, ඔබටත් පහසුයි නේද? එහෙනම් ඉතින් ඔබට නවතින්න වෙන්නේ මෙතන. දරුවගේ දැනුම අවබෝධය වර්ධනය කරන ගමන් දරුවා සතුටින් තියෙන වටිනා වැඩසටහන් රසක් මෙතන තියෙනවා. Dialog TV නාලිකාංක 48. A+ Kids TV. ආදරේ බෙදෙන පුංචි හිත්වලට ආදරෙන්.
කිසිදා නොමියෙන මතක, කිසිදා නොමියෙන චරිත, සැමදා මතකේ නොමියෙන චිත්‍රපට තුළින් ස්වර්ණමය යුගයක් එකලු කළ අප්‍රමාණ රසිකාදරයට පාත්‍ර වූ සිංහල සිනමාවේ අමරණීය චරිත මතකාවර්ජනය. අමරණීය මතක ඩයලොග් ටෙලිවිෂන් චැනල් අංක 18 රෙදේ TV ඔස්සේ සෑම දිනකම සවස 3ට.
දන්නවද සිංහයාගේ කම්මැලිකම ගැන? දැකලා තියෙනවද මීමස් රජුලගේ ලස්සන? අහලා තියෙනවද The Great Elephant Gathering එක ගැන? විඳලා තියෙනවද තල්මහෙක්ගේ ආදරය? මේ සේරම දකින්න, අහන්න, බලන්න, විඳින්න පුළුවන් එකම තැන. Animal Planet. ලෝකයට හැංගුණ සත්ව ලෝකයේ අපූර්වත්වය සමග. Animal Planet. නිර්මාණශීලී ජයග්‍රාහි පොඩ්ඩන්ට පවුලේ අයත් එක්ක පර්ල් බේ යන්න මෙන්න හොඳම අවස්ථාවක්. ඒ විතරක් නෙමෙයි. ඇට්ලස් කලර්ස් පාක්ස් ෆෙස්ටිවල් වෙතින් තවත් වටිනා තෑගි ගොඩක් දිනාගන්න පුළුවන්. කරන්න තියෙන්නේ මෙච්චරයි. A+ Kids TV අපේ Art+ වැඩසටහනින් අපි ඉදිරිපත් කරන කතාවේ ඊළඟට මොකද වෙන්නේ කියලා හිතලා ඒකේ ඔයා කැමතිම අවස්ථාව ලස්සනට ඇඳලා අපට එවන්න. චිත්‍රය එවද්දී චිත්‍රයත් එක්ක ඇට්ලස් කලර්ස් පාක්ස් පැස්ටල් බොක්ස් එකේ ෆොටෝ එකක් හරි ඇට්ලස් කලර්ස් පාක්ස් පැස්ටල් බොක්ස් එකේ තියෙන ස්ටිකර් එක ඔයාගේ චිත්‍රේ අලවල හරි එවන්න අමතක කරන්න එපා. ඉතින් 0768යි 21යි 22යි 66 අංකයට ඔයාගේ චිත්‍රයත් නම ලිපිනය දුරකථන අංකය එක්ක අදම WhatsApp කරන්න. A+ Kids TV නාලිකා අංක 48 ඔස්සේ.
They're here. We don't have much time. Oh! Someone's taking down the hotel.
It's a bad day to be bad people. Let the games begin.
A very good evening and welcome back to the Sugathadasa Stadium pool as we look out onto the two captains who will be doing battle at the 31st annual Dr. R.L Hayman Trophy for the year 2024, Royal College and St. Thomas's College for this prestigious trophy of one of the doyens of Thomian history, Dr. R.L Hayman, Principal of Gurutalava and Sub-Warden of St. Thomas's College, Mount Lavinia as well. His memory is relived every year as these two teams battle it out for what is an outstanding encounter and what has become a real spectacle. Abdullah, humble beginnings in this Dr. R.L Hayman Trophy encounter, where St. Thomas's, Mount Lavinia and Royal College Colombo played hosts at their own respective pools, but now we've moved to a much larger venue and it is really turning out to be a wonderful spectacle.
Absolutely. As we have a look at the weather forecast, wonderful conditions prevailing here at the Sugathadasa Swimming Complex. Maximum temperature of 30 Celsius, minimum 23, and as the sun has gone down, it's very pleasant here at this complex. And generally, Shanak, I don't think the overhead conditions matter too much in this sport of water polo, isn't it? But probably not raining is the bare minimum that the players would like, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, I hope that that's going to be the case as well, because there is quite a bit of cloud cover gathered up here, and we have had a lot of rain during the Hayman, given the time of year it's played in, usually late September or early October. Used to be late October as well. And let's look at the tally as the years have drawn on. 31 ties have been played. St. Thomas is leading fairly comfortably by 17-9, and 4 of them have been drawn as well. So it's been pretty close. St. Thomas has dominated early on, but there was a period where Royal also in the 2010 to 20 era, Abdullah, that Royal also dominated quite strongly.
Yes, I can remember, Shanika, during our school days, it was pretty much one-way traffic, wasn't it, with Thomians dominating this encounter. But as you very correctly said, over the last few years, in the last decade or so, Royal just managing to inch their way back and narrow that lead, but yet the Thomians well ahead in that aspect.
Yes, it was towards, I think, the 2010s that St. Thomas's really gave up the ghost for a while, and Royal were dominant, and then coming into 2011 and 12, Royal winning back-to-back, and then that big run by St. Thomas's in the 22nd, 23rd, 24th and 25th Haymans. They had really good teams. Satya Jayatilaka was part of those teams as well. It was really an outstanding set of lads that the Thomians had, and they gave up the Hayman they retained the Hayman with that draw, and since then Royal had 2 back-to-back wins as well, and the Thomians winning last year, the year before last actually, as last year's one was drawn. So lots of dramatic finishers, Abdullah, in the last couple of encounters.
Yes, and none more so than last year, wasn't it, Shanaga? What a wonderful tie that was. Royal unexpectedly taking a 5-goal lead in that first leg, but the Thomians coming storming back to cut that deficit. It was still, I remember that game vividly, and it was 21 goals all until that last minute, and there was a breakaway swim. Royal had the chance of nailing it, but a wonderful save by the Thomian goalkeeper, ending up just saving the blushes off the Thomians, and teams having to settle for a draw. So there have been many wonderful encounters over the year. I have seen the privilege of witnessing a lot of those matches, and I'm sure this year's encounter is not going to be any different.
No, I don't think it will be, because St. Thomas's need to have their bragging rights, because they've only retained the trophy last year, Abdullah. They didn't win it. So in that sense, it's all to play for, as Royal will think that they are coming in with on the same kind of footing. And St. Thomas's were the favourites last year, the out-and-out favourites, and Royal did so well in that second leg to come back and manage to throw caution to the winds as they attacked the Thomian goal. And I'm sure Mihin Manigasekara's team will be wanting to do exactly the same. He's been outstanding in the last 2 legs that he played. He's came in as a fresher into the side on the left wing for Royal College, managed to score some goals as a fresher, and then was a key part of last year's encounter with his breakaway and swimming speed and stamina. And this year he finds himself in the hot seat as the captain, and will be hoping to be holding that trophy aloft at the end of it. Boss, for St. Thomas's, in terms of Royal Thomian competitions, the going hasn't been good recently, Abdullah, in terms of the rugby. We haven't won the Michael Gunaratha Trophy in a fair few years. The basketball has been exchanging hands as well. But in terms of the water polo, St. Thomas's will consider that the only trophy that they're really dominant on, apart from the rowing, which also has been pretty evenly contested.
Yes, well, wonderful sporting traditions between these two schools, and none more so than the water polo annual encounter. And as you said, Sanak, it's really grown over the years, isn't it? I remember during our school days it was played in our respective pools, but since the time it has moved to this wonderful stadium, there have been some brilliant encounters. The standard of water polo we witness has grown year on year brilliantly, and I think it's a testament to both these schools and the staff, as well as the old boys, the advisory committees, for keeping this sport alive.
Yes, ever since it was first contested by Nethrunana Ekara and Jivaka Pereira for Royal and St. Thomas's respectively, it really has grown into an absolutely fabulous annual event. But we'll be back with the warm-ups and the team introductions and live action on the Papare TV with the two teams in just a moment.
Creamy richness redefined. Smooth, soft, spreadable. Introducing Ultra Soft Fondre with canola and sunflower oil.
Hot and spicy fun bite pick up vivara karanna. Beat ka remake karanna to winna. Hadavata wawala yanna. Kinder fashion karanna. Fun muturanna. Kottumi kikke kamenna. Prima kotturi. Maltama.
Red hot bowling.
Gone! Oh, he cleaned him up.
Action never stops at ZimAfro T10. Have a wild ride.
Watch ZimAfro T10 live on the Star Sports Network.
Catch the action of the Bangladesh Tour of India 2024 live. Enjoy 2 test matches and 3 T20Is. From 19th September to 12th October. Live on Dialog Television, ThePapare TV.
Hot and spicy fun bite pick up vivara karanna. Beat ka remake karanna to winna. Hadavata wawala yanna. Kinder fashion karanna. Fun muturanna. Kottumi kikke kamenna. Prima kotturi. Maltama.
Ultra Soft Fondre with canola and sunflower oil.
ඔයාලගේ කම්පැනි එකේ, ඔයාලගේ ක්ලබ් එකේ, ඔයාලගේ ස්කූල් එකේ යූත් එකට සෙට් වෙන ඕනම ඉවෙන්ට් එකක් The Papare TV එකෙන් මුළු ලංකාවටම පෙන්වන්න අපි ලෑස්ති. ඔයාලත් ලෑස්තිද? අපිට කතා කරන්න.
The Papare TV, The Papare TV HD, Dialog Television නාලිකාංක 63 සහ 126 ඔස්සේ ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ අංක 1 ක්‍රීඩා නාලිකාව.
Catch the excitement real time. Be up to date with it all. Let us capture your milestones. Get it sizzling hot off the turf. Hear the experts break it down. Dig deep into the nitty-gritties. Be inspired by their greatness. Relive all the scintillating action.
Hot and spicy fun bite pick up vivara karanna. Beat ka remake karanna to winna. Hadavata wawala yanna. Kinder fashion karanna. Fun muturanna. Kottumi kikke kamenna. Prima kotturi. Maltama.
Catch the action of the New Zealand Tour of Sri Lanka 2024 live. Enjoy 2 test matches from 18th September to 30th September. Live on Dialog Television, 10 Cricket and Sony Sports 5 HD.
Creamy richness redefined. Smooth, soft, spreadable. Introducing Ultra Soft Fondre with canola and sunflower oil.
ඔයාලගේ කම්පැනි එකේ, ඔයාලගේ ක්ලබ් එකේ, ඔයාලගේ ස්කූල් එකේ යූත් එකට සෙට් වෙන ඕනම ඉවෙන්ට් එකක් The Papare TV එකෙන් මුළු ලංකාවටම පෙන්වන්න අපි ලෑස්ති. ඔයාලත් ලෑස්තිද? අපිට කතා කරන්න.
The Papare TV, The Papare TV HD, Dialog Television නාලිකාංක 63 සහ 126 ඔස්සේ ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ අංක 1 ක්‍රීඩා නාලිකාව.
Ultra soft fondue with canola and sunflower oil.
क्रिकेट के इंटरनेशनल सीजन का जलवा, इंडिया टूर ऑफ इंग्लैंड, इंग्लैंड टूर ऑफ न्यूजीलैंड, इंग्लैंड के होम सीरीज एंड मेनी मोर बिग सीरीज।
अब क्रिकेट फैंस के पास होगा सेलिब्रेशन का बिग रीजन।
ඔයාලගේ කම්පැනි එකේ, ඔයාලගේ ක්ලබ් එකේ, ඔයාලගේ ස්කූල් එකේ යූත් එකට සෙට් වෙන ඕනම ඉවෙන්ට් එකක් The Papare TV එකෙන් මුළු ලංකාවටම පෙන්වන්න අපි ලෑස්ති. ඔයාලත් ලෑස්තිද? අපිට කතා කරන්න.
The Papare TV, The Papare TV HD, Dialog Television නාලිකාංක 63 සහ 126 ඔස්සේ ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ අංක 1 ක්‍රීඩා නාලිකාව.
Ultra soft fondue with canola and sunflower oil.
Dialog Television එක රීලෝඩ් එකෙන් පවුලටම හිතේ හැටියට ටීවී බලන්න රුපියල් 798කට අලුත්ම සුපිරි රීලෝඩ් ප්ලෑන් එකක්. දැනුම ගෙනෙන අධ්‍යාපනික channel 18ක්. පොඩ්ඩන් වෙනුවෙන්ම channel 8ක්. දේශීය රසවින්දනය ගෙනෙන channel 22ක්. විනෝදාස්වාදයේ පිරි විදේශ channel රසක් සමග channel 80කටත් වඩා. ඇක්ටිවේට් කිරීම රීලෝඩ් සහ My Dialog app මගින් ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ අංක 1 ටෙලිවිෂන් රසාස්වාදය. Dialog Television.
This is the place to be.
Welcome to Hong Kong!
How you feeling?
MasterChef Australia Season 16 starts 23rd September, Monday to Friday, 8 p.m. Only in Star Movies and Star Movies Select.
Creamy richness redefined. Smooth, soft, spreadable. Introducing ultra soft fondue with canola and sunflower oil.
නවසිලන්ත ක්‍රිකට් කණ්ඩායමේ ශ්‍රී ලංකා තරග සංචාරය 2024 ICC ලෝක ටෙස්ට් ශූරතාවලියේ තරග දෙකක් සැප්තැම්බර් 18 වනදා සිට සැප්තැම්බර් 30 වැනිදා දක්වා Dialog Television 10 ක්‍රිකට් සහ Sony Sports 5 HD ඔස්සේ සජීවීව නරඹන්න. ඇක්ටිවේට් කිරීම SMS හෝ My Dialog app මගින්.
Welcome back to the Sugathadasa Stadium pool. And Abdullah, I think we managed to commentators curse the weather as well, as the rains have come down and it doesn't look too heavy at the moment, and hopefully it will stay that way. The skies look like they're clearing on our left side, so that's over the port on our left. It looks like the skies are clearing. The teams are being announced to the crowd that has come in their numbers for this first leg. And the teams in their fancy bathrobes, Abdullah, all we had was budgie smugglers. And good to see that the boys are being given the recognition that this encounter has grown to deserve.
Yes, absolutely, Shanaga. This encounter has really grown in stature over the years. And I think another factor, Shanaga, that we didn't speak about earlier is that the employing of foreign officials to conduct these games just shows how serious both teams are in terms of annexing this trophy.
Yes, it really is. And I think that was an important shift when the organizing committee decided to bring down the referees, because there had been controversies previously, and I remember I'd been a referee as well in this Hayman encounter, Abdullah, and it's no fun because it's just completely lost, and you always have one side pointing fingers at the other side. It's never a good position to be in, regardless of the merits of the situation. And I think it's been a very good move by the organizing committee to bring the foreign referees in. We always get referees from either Malaysia or Singapore, and they understand the way the game is played in this part of the world as well, which is a little different from how it is in Europe.
Absolutely. I think that formula of having one ref from Royal and one ref from St. Thomas has outlived its purpose, you'd have to say. You can see the crowd slowly but surely building up. It's the Royal team on your screens. Had a pretty good season running into this encounter. Won the public schools event as well as the President's Trophy. But as you know, Shanaka, this is what both schools eye from the beginning of the season.
Well, the schools tournament, Abdullah, is usually the marker that teams lay down and decide, okay, how do we want to go into the Hayman? What are the strengths and weaknesses? Unfortunately, unlike a long rugby season, you don't really get to see each other that often because there are just so few games to be played between these two teams. So it used to be the case that just at one tournament, the public schools tournament, was where we get to see Royal or St. Thomas's for the first time and decide how you want to strategically and tactically take them on in the Hayman. But now there's a little bit more visibility, there's a little bit more video evidence also on offer for these boys and the coaches. So that's the advantage nowadays. But if you won the public schools, you generally go in with just a little bit of an advantage, a psychological advantage.
Yes, and Royal will definitely be looking to carry that in. It's just on the days, Shanaga, last year, my memory serves me right, in that first leg, Thomians coming out as overwhelming favorites, Royal turning the tables on them, going out with a massive five-goal win, which took everyone by surprise. Thomians, of course, coming back in that second leg and getting a win of their own by 5 goals to neutralize the scoreline and draw the tie, thereby retaining it. So, sure that they will definitely want to make amends from last year's encounter and get off to a good start this year.
Speaking of growing this encounter, Abdullah, I think it contributes also to the larger growth of the sport of water polo in Sri Lanka, and Reza informs me that there have been 7 tournaments, maybe not just for these two teams, but 7 tournaments in all over the last year for water polo, and that's a far cry from the maybe 1 tournament and 1 club tournament that we used to have back in the day, and that really is a wonderful growth, increasing the depth of water polo availability for the national team and also increasing the number of teams who are involved in this incredible sport.
Absolutely, as well as there have been some good new schools that have entered the fray as well, is that schools like Nalanda, Thurston, Wesley, DS, they've taken up to water polo, and let's just hope that they continue to grow, which has been a wonderful sport. Had the privilege of playing this sport up until under 15. Wonderful game of endurance, a lot of skill involved as well. So, but end of the day, this is the catalyst, isn't it? And this tournament, this encounter is just growing year on year, and I'm sure it'll just go from strength to strength in the years to come as well.
Our referee is from Thailand. That was the last one you saw, Yan Sumiasa. And sorry, that was from Indonesia. And from Thailand, we have Kanit Sontipakdi. School anthems next. Looks like the inspection is taking place, Abdullah. This is something that we generally have in basketball and water polo matches, where the referees come and check the fingernails and toenails of the players. And we used to always have a nail cutter on the coach's person somewhere. We must make sure that he had it in his pocket just in case one of the key players were deemed to have nails a little too long. It's an interesting aspect which we don't really do for rugby. And we probably should, because I remember going home from some rugby matches with having really long scrape marks either down your front or down your back, and those take some explaining sometimes. Chandu Haputantri, former Royal swimming captain, on the phone explaining the atmosphere to a mate, I'm sure. Next to him, Wasim Bari, who played many years after, and was a double colorsman for Royal at rugby and water polo, as many from the two schools are. Crowd has swelled up a little bit in the last hour or so, and fortunately it looks like the drizzle has really abated. It's just a few drops at the moment, and we hope it stays that way. Traditionally it has become like this, Abdullah, where Royals contingent fill the opposite side from our commentary box, and the Thomian side is directly under us here at the commentary position here at the Sugathadasa Stadium pool.
Yes, that's right. A lot of banter as well between the crowds, isn't it, Shanaka, as the match progresses? Good-natured banter, you'd have to say. Can get a bit out of control at sometimes when the game does get a bit close and tense, but eventually it's all in good spirit.
And the advantage also with the foreign referees is that perhaps they don't understand some of the insults that are being hurled across from both camps. And, that is really helpful. Remember, when refereeing matches at Royal, you're very close to the crowd. I still remember with fondness, I have to say, some of the names I was called. It's like Tanrabe Wadana, the coach, third from the left, is having a bit of a look up to the heavens and trying to see what we can expect as the evening wears on.
Shanika, we know that in the sport of rugby how the change in weather can affect the players' performance, how tactics change as well. Is it any different in water polo, or is it, since you're playing sport in water, does it have a major impact on how you approach the game?
It does have a bit of an impact, Abdullah, in terms of the visibility, because if the rain is very strong, it's very difficult for you to see, and this was a huge problem for me because I didn't play with my glasses on, obviously. I don't know how it is for players with 20/20 vision, but it does upset anybody's visibility because the water is bouncing off quite strongly from the pool, and that can make you not able to judge distances and things as much, and sometimes the way the ball travels also can be affected if it's a heavy shower. So there is another aspect of friction on the ball as it's in flight. So that is one thing that also players need to adapt to. So just like rugby, you will have a much shorter passing game if you have strong rain.
Yeah, that's what I was just about coming to. Tactics-wise, how do things change? Seems adapting to conditions is crucial. And over the years, Shanaka, the introduction of foreign referees, how have players needed to adapt in terms of that?
Come back to that.
Thy spirit was through life awoke in 1835 beneath the sway of marsh and oak. Henceforth did Lanka's learning thrive. So that our fathers learned the way before us, learnt of books and learnt of men, through the waves of the sea. True to our worship, this day of this day, we will learn of books and men and learn to bend again. Thormians young and Thormians old, Thormians staunch and true, rally round the college flag, the blue, the black and blue. To your alma mater sing, Thormians near and far. Loudly let the echoes ring for all we have and are. Esto perpetual, esto perpetual, esto perpetual, the blue, black and blue forever.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, Abdullah, coming back to your question, tactically, I think things get a little bit more physical because as we can see on the screen, the lines at the bottom of the pool are not as clear as they were earlier. And what that means is what's visible underwater for the referees also becomes a little bit blurred. So as you know, 90% of water polo happens under the water, and a lot of defense and a lot of the brutality and violence does happen under the water, and the rules have been geared towards moving us away from that particular aspect of the game. But if the players feel they can get away with something, they certainly will try.
Yes, as we speak, the showers have just got very strong here. So the officials will definitely have their work cut out. And this is the Thomian team.
Thomians from Deshan Dimel, Talib Mansoor, Nehemiah Krishnaswamy, Santosh Kalansurya, Akash D. Simon, Rivin Pereira, Shehran Nawaz, Michael Gunawardana, Jaden Vasiharan, Arit Salgado, Atisha Sentikumarana, Dinuk Vikramasinghe and Dhruv Pereira. So a couple of players coming up from the under-15 game as well, Abdullah, which shows that St. Thomas's have a little bit of a depth problem. But these players, when we look at them from the Mahinda Liyanage Trophy, they look like they have what it takes to cut it even at this level.
Yes, two outstanding young players in Gunawardana and Vikramasinghe. Just seen what they could do at under 15 level. Sure, they'll probably be used more off the bench rather than as mainstays.
So Dimel will be in the number 1 cap and his captain Talib Mansoor will be in the number 2 cap. Royal from Vinitha Somakirti, Rahul De Silva and the captain Mihin Manigasekara, Vihandu Katugampala, Dimitri Liyanage, Dinal Vellapilli, Yusuf Shihar, Talal Bari, Gisat Fernando, Litum Karunasena, Yasandu De Silva, Anuga Handun Patirana and Imad Ismat, some really powerful shooters in that Royal lineup.
Yes, a very well balanced team is the Royal outfit. Have managed to annex quite a bit of silverware coming into this encounter, so will come into this event with a lot of confidence. And these will be the match officials for today. Kanit Sontipakdi from Thailand, as well as Yanyan Samirsa from Indonesia.
Mihin Manigasekara Abdullah, his father was a batch senior to us at Royal College, Pasan Manigasekara. It's terrifying to think that our friends' kids are already captaining the first sides of the schools. But as you can see, the wind has picked up, and these Sugathadasa Stadium lights show the rain as a real spectacle. The flags are getting drenched, and the front rows of seats have been immediately vacated as the heavens have properly opened here in Kotahena.
Yes, it most definitely has. We initially think that it would be a passing shower, but looks like the rains have come to stay.
But it won't deter these boys. They've come here to do one job, and that is to win back the Hayman after last year's dramatic draw. The swim ball, the first swim ball, always gives a little bit of a psychological advantage to the team that gets there.
And it's interesting, Shanak, is that it's also visible to see who is your best swimmer as well, is that it's probably the person who will go for that swim ball.
It's a horrendously difficult thing to start without anything to push off on. Starting in the middle of your goal. People probably don't really appreciate the fact that your legs are taken away from you, and things you take for granted like lateral movement and being able to jump up and down is just so much more difficult when there's no solid surface under you. Things like changing direction are just so much more of a skill in this game, Abdullah. As the whistle blows and the 31st annual Dr. R.L Hayman Trophy is underway. St. Thomas's look like they'll get there first, and it was a dead heat, as you would call it, and Royal will win the first foul. It was Shehran Nawaz, son of our good friend Shamli, who got there first. And first shot of the game is a backhander, just to get a little bit of a sighter. And Deshan Dimel gets his first touch of the ball. Dinal Vilappili it was who made the cross pool pass, and this time it's with Arit Salgado, who's playing in that centre back position, prop marking position. Good ball movement by the Thomians. They've got a shot on, and beautifully saved that time for Minutha Somakirti. Watched it right into his hands, and it was a good shot taken away by the Thomian number 2, Talib Mansoor, the skipper. Both goalies getting a sight of the ball so far.
Yes, that's a real skill, isn't it, Shanaka, to get your waist above the water and to remain there for amount of time, isn't it? Well, the rain keeps coming down steadily as St. Thomas's swim this one up, and we hear a little bit of thunder in the background as well. So it brings the safety issue into focus also as Shehran Nawaz swims this one forward, and it looks like he's won an exclusion for his team as well. So the first power play, as they call it in ice hockey. And St. Thomas's with a man over, but they've got a man back as well who suddenly swims up. So Sat Salgado, who will make himself free in the center of the field, takes the shot when I thought he should probably have passed to the bar. And St. Thomas's waste a golden opportunity early on. 2 chances open
Number 3 and number 2 caps open on either side. Salgado opted for the shot. Giving away the foul that time. And a nice cross pool pass, but the shot clock is expired as we turn the ball over.
Sir Royal probably just not keeping in mind that have a time limit within which they need to take the shot. Wasted opportunity now. Opportunity for the Thomians to get back. It's a goal spread across the field. Taking the first shot, and a wonderful shot by Thomians Krishna Swami. So the Thomians drawing first blood.
And what a way to do it as well, Abdullah. Stunning shot from Nehemiah Krishnaswamy. Loads of daylight between him and the defender. He had enough time to sight that far corner, and there was nothing that Somakirti could do about it.
Yes, it was the placement, wasn't it, Shanaka? Probably not much power behind the shot, but the placement was brilliant. I'm told that he's a national cap as well, so showing his class. That was a loose pass by Royal, turning possession over.
Really good defense that time, nicely read by Nawaz. And now St. Thomas's will swim this one up through Rivin Pereira on the left wing. St. Thomas is not really in too much of a hurry. They will want to work this ball around and shift the Royal goalkeeper around a little bit. Beautiful pass and a wonderful finish by Talib Mansoor.
Well, what a start it's been for St. Thomas's. This first few minutes, Shanak, you sense both teams were just gauging each other, but in the last couple of minutes or so, the Thomians have definitely turned it on. Brilliant bit of skill by the Thomian skipper.
Well, he had the easy job actually, just to catch the ball and put it in, but it was a superb pass from Rivin Pereira. Had to be on the money. He heard his captain calling for it, and when your captain calls for it, you give the pass, Abdullah. And it was a really well-weighted pass, flighted nicely just over the head of the defender. But the timeout has been called by Royal. So 2 goals down. No need to panic at all. It's still early doors in this first quarter. We have the head coach Yasoda Vasalage, assisted by Chandula Fernando, Omira Lokuge and Kanish Kahin Kenda for Royal. And for St. Thomas's, Tanurabe Vardana is the head coach, and he's assisted by Darit De Silva, Edrising and Shamod Edrising and Shrestha Anthony's. The Royal crowd have seen themselves on the big screen, and they are loving it, and why wouldn't you? So Royal taking their time out. They don't have their goalie up, so not taking too much of a risk early on. Good defense by the Thomian goalkeeper. That time he was ably assisted by his number 10, Arit Salgado. The centre back combining well with the goalie to keep that ball out. Well taken shot that time by Talal Bari. And that's a lobbed shot, but a little too much on it.
Yes, Krishnaswamy. Once again, just trying to find, to place the ball more than anything else, this time with a lob. Fortunately for him, just striking the upper end of the bar.
Looks like we have an exclusion already. Second one in the game, first one for the Thomians. And here's a left-hander on that bar, Anuga Hadun Patirana, and the ball has scooted into the goal. Dimel will be disappointed with that, but Bari was the man who managed to really squeeze that one in under the goalkeeper.
Yes, again, a well-placed shot, you'd have to say. Went for that bounce shot, wasn't it, Shanaka? Again, well placed. It sometimes shows that you don't need to have extreme power in your shots. Placement is as important.
Mansoor perhaps could have had his hand up there. His goalie will be thinking that. And here's Krishnaswamy. He's way out in the open. Here's Nawaz and loses the ball, unfortunately. Thought Nehemiah should have taken a shot there. He's got plenty of space to swim up to the defender. What he wants to do on his bar, Abdullah, is to try to get that defender away from the prop and come in more to him. So he's got to be taking more shots, taking more accurate shots, just to force the defender to do something different. It was always going to be an easy save for Dimel from that angle. In fact, it's not Dimel, it's Dhruv Pereira by the looks of things, who's in the number 13 cap for St. Thomas's. The reserve goalkeeper, or at least the second choice goalkeeper, Krishnaswamy. Talib Mansoor manages to win the exclusion. It was a good pass right into the path of Mansoor, and the defender had to make the foul, and here it is for Mansoor again. Will he lob it? No, he doesn't. He smashes it, and Royal defense managed to get enough hands in the way.
Yes, it's interesting, Shanak, is that how whenever there is an exclusion, how the defensive team just hogs around like a zone defense in basketball. Loose pass this time by Royal, but some good defensive work by Thomians as well. Arita Salgado getting that loose ball into the safe hands of his goalie.
Lithum Karunasena almost pounced on it, but Dhruv Pereira was equal to it, was alert. And here's Krishnaswamy. He's been given a lot of space, and I would like to see him a little bit more urgently take this goalie on. Beautiful pass and a wonderful first time shot by Senthi Kumarana. Superb teamwork by the Thomians. Krishnaswamy made as if to shoot, found the long ball, and as the goalie was falling away to the near post, he placed it beautifully.
Wonderful skill is Shanaka. In one movement as well is that he caught it, and while in the eye itself managed to get the release and placed it brilliantly. So Thomians once again extending their lead, 3-1. So we enter the final minute of this first quarter. Seen some wonderful goals taken particularly by the Thomians.
It's a very deliberate skill that both these teams practiced. That one motion shot, nicely done that time by Rivin Pereira, who blindsided the Royal attacker. And here he is again swimming the ball up on the left wing. Thomians attacking very narrow. They will want to try and find some width on this, as Nawaz goes for the long ball and manages to win a corner. Went off the hands of the goalkeeper, and now if it goes off the hand of the goalkeeper, is it a corner, Abdullah? Previously it used to be when it goes off the hand of a defender it would be a corner, but now only the goalkeeper.
Yes, a good save by Somakirti. The previous shot, this time a much easier save. So we're into the final 10 seconds. Royal will need to try and get it up as close as possible and take a shot, which they do, but straight into the safe hands of Dimel, who has no problem, or rather Dhruv Pereira, Thomian goalkeeper. And that's the end of this first quarter. Thomians will go in with a 2-goal advantage. And what an entertaining first quarter it's been.
Yasodavasalage is drenched, but he won't be feeling cold because his fire will be burning inside him. Tanura Abevadana, this is a familiar sight at the Hayman, Abdullah. Always rains at one or the other of the two legs. It's only a short break, of course, in between quarters. Half time is a little longer. Abevardhana really smashing home the instructions. Reza, how do you feel that first quarter went for both teams? Here's the first goal.
Yes, absolute stunner, Shanaka, and there's nothing much you can do once you're a past player or once you're in the stadium, but just look and watch and admire and remember the good old days when you used to play this game. But wonderful play there from St. Thomas's. Spoke about the cross pass, wing to bar, bar to wing. They feed the two props and they find themselves in front. What a time to be at the Sugathadasa.
Well, here are the stats from that first quarter. 9 shots taken by the Thomians, only 6 by Royal, and 3 of those converted, 1 for the Royalists, and the shooting percentage exactly double at the moment. The Royalists converting at twice the rate of the Thomians. The Thomians converting at twice the rate of the Royalists.
And also, just looking back at an under 15 game, Shanaka, St. Thomas's played through 3 primary players. They look to feed the prop first, then the bar, and if not, the awkward wing or the awkward bar. And really passing the ball around in the arc is Athanura Abevardhana's mantra. So if Royal are aware to it, they will know to block those passing lanes, make sure that they do the same and then send the defense the other way. Because this Thomian team looks very well drilled and they know exactly what to do on game day.
The weather continues to intensify, as does the action in the pool. And Nawaz this time with that flutter kick. In fact, it's Sentikumarana who goes for the second quarter swim ball. Losers out.
Royal now with first attack on goal, need to be feeding their props, need to go to Yasandro De Silva. Oh, excellent goal there, Dimitri Lienage. I beg your pardon, Lithum Karunasena puts that one at the back of the net. And what a way to start off this second quarter and set this stadium alight now.
Well, he did bury that, didn't he? Outstanding work from Karunasena. He saw the sight of the goal, saw no defenders in it, and he thought, let's take this shot. And he brings that down to just a 1-goal deficit.
I'm sure the coaches are saying pass and shoot, because come the last few quarters, that will be a low percentage shot.
Again, it's a it's a corner rather, forcing Somakirti into a save.
And also St. Thomas is really using their left-handers to effect Shanaka. Even in the under-15 game, we saw them prop up on the wing as real goal contenders and then on the bar, so that really doesn't allow your defense to set onto the right-handers on that and that strong bar, as we see Nehemiah Krishnaswamy using all his experience from last year in that stunner St. Thomas's team and then the 2022 team. We needn't speak much more of that, but this is now a chance for these boys to rewrite history and put their names on the history books.
Somakirti coming up trumps there, 2 good saves in succession. The Thomian defense tightening up a little bit on the Royal attackers here, and looks like they're looking for the shot, and that time it's a shot from Dimitri Lienage that doesn't find the mark.
And the real difference there, Shanak, if you see, you need to be passing and shooting at this level. That was the recipe that worked for St. Thomas's in that first quarter. 2 beautiful cross passes, and then just makes it a little bit more easier to get that ball at the back of the net. And we see St. Thomas's going into double prop again creating that doubt. Which prop will they feed or which wing will they shoot from? Good defense by Royal College.
Yes, that pass was a little bit wayward. Krishnaswamy is generally a little further out on his wing, but that time he had come in a little bit and narrowed the attack. And this time Royal have a little bit of space now. But Nawaz has got back in time just to cover the centre forward.
Yes, when in doubt, swim and keep swimming. That's what they say.
Really good arm stretch forward by Salgado. But it doesn't matter. What a wonderful shot that time by the captain. Mihin Manigasekara smashes his first goal home. He'll need many more of those as he equalizes on the scoreboard.
Yes, wonderful Manigasekara there. Takes that right corner. And again, the cross pass working for this Royal team now as they draw level, 3 goals all. With nothing much between these two powerhouses. And with a packed capacity crowd, we are in for a night of entertainment, really.
Royal recovering really well after that timeout. Don't know what exactly was said, but it is a good tactic to use to break momentum as well, isn't it, Reza?
Yes, slow the game down, stem the momentum, and then just collect your thoughts again, because this is a game played at high intensity and high pace. And as we have Royal turning the pace on now through their wingers, looking to swim into the arc and earn the exclusion. Very well done by Anuga Hanunpatirana. Just needed that extra pass that makes all the difference on the scoreboard.
Well, I thought the shot was on Reza, but didn't really find the corner of the goal. Rivin Pereira has been given a bit of space on this left wing to bring the ball up, but once again the Thomians very narrow in their approach to goal. Haven't really given Royal any reason not to crowd the goal, and that was a bit of a desperate shot. Nawaz has taken a few from long range, which may have done better to move the ball a bit.
Yes, but Royal allow those shooters on the perimeter into the 5-meter zone at their peril. St. Thomas's College are known for accurate, strong shooters on the bars, and you really don't want to be feeding their strengths.
Nicely taken snapshot, and that time the Thomians' defense was completely napping, and it was Bisanda Katugampala. It was a beautiful pass into him. That's what really set it up, but unfortunately it looks like there was a deflection for the goalie.
Yes, so Royal going to the lead for the first time in this game. It's been a very productive second quarter.
Salgado. They've conceded 3 goals on the trot, St. Thomas's, and that will concern them, not so much the scoreboard. Krishnaswamy manages to look for his captain Mansoor. Mansoor staying strong and winning the exclusion. And they really need to find the free man this time. Mansoor is free on the far side. Nawaz just missed that ball, and Mansoor is still asking for it. Now he's got it and just can't find the corner of the net.
Yes, another wonderful save by Somakirti.
Here's the shot. Royal getting their defense in time, and it looks like we're playing on as we draw into the final minutes of the second quarter and go into half-time. Royal will be very happy to take this lead into half-time. It's been low scoring. Haven't really seen the high scores that we might expect, and it was a corner. No, it's not a corner this time. Didn't go off the hands of the goalkeeper. So St. Thomas is playing with a safety, Abdullah, which is why they're taking those shots maybe a little early and not really getting the extra man. Salgado has stayed back. I'm not sure that that's a good tactic going into the second quarter. Maybe they need that extra man, and again Nawaz takes a shot, and it's not one that really troubles Somakirti. Manigasekara is so industrious on that wing, always makes sure that whatever he does, he's done at pace. And that's a very good defense from the Thomians, managing to disrupt that ball, but they managed to get the turnover for a ball under. Here's Rivin Pereira looking for options. Thomians need to maybe inject a bit of urgency into this game now that they're behind on the shot clock. But again, they're attacking with a man down, going for that pass again, but Talib Mansoor was nowhere near it. Neither was Sentikumarana.
Yes, a very conscious tactic by the Thomians to slow the pace down, isn't it, Shanaka? Royal now with an opportunity.
It's a deliberate tactic, but I'm not sure it's the correct one, Abdullah, at this point in the half. And looks like there's an exclusion now. as St. Thomas's will need to swim back quickly. Dimitri and again looks for it, and it's good. Beautifully faked shot. In fact, it's Dinal Vellapilli. It was a beautifully disguised shot. He feigned one way and round-armed it in. And that was a rabbit shot, as they call it, Reza. Well, that's the one that goes over the head, but this one was too close to the body.
Dinal Vellapilli, known really as the exclusion man, Shanaka, known to swim into the arc and earn the exclusions for the team. So a good goal for him, but really from a coach's perspective, you'd want to see those passes flying from the wing to the bar before these shots are taken. If you just roll back to the last few attacks, both teams were unsuccessful because they were trying to shoot from static positions, and that allows the defense to set on you and then channel the ball exactly into the goalkeeper's arms.
Royal doing well to set their defense, and what a good shot that was. Nehemiah Krishnaswamy says enough is enough. I see it, I'm going to take it, and why not? Thought he should have shot more often in the quarter as well.
Yes, the southpaw vice captain bringing it back for the Thomian team. Wonderful shot there, piercing the defense, shooting through his defender as well. But really the cross needs to be taken care of by his defender. So little things for the coaches to speak up on half time, which will just come up in 1 minute's time. And Krishnaswamy posing a real threat on that right hand side of the arc.
Really well taken shot again by Vellapilli. He's got 2 goals in succession. Faked and faked well, and nobody's picking him up. Reza, it seems to be that since a substitution has been made, nobody's really taken the responsibility to pick him up, and Wickramasinghe has come on as well, so maybe a little bit of confusion in the Thomian ranks.
And again, the reason for the success on that shot is you can see him drifting towards the left of the goal, which doesn't allow the goalkeeper or his defender to set. Wonderful play there by Dinal Vellapilli, and brings this game to life again. Royal lead 6-4, but there is nothing in it between these two amazing teams at the Sugathadasa today.
Krishnaswamy thinks about it again. This time goes for Nawaz, and Nawaz's shot that time is good. It's third time lucky for Shahran Nawaz. He has a little bit of a smile, but it was a good find from Krishnaswamy. Found the open man, and since he's got 2 goals, the defense were concentrating on him, and he found that gap in between the defense.
Yes, a very well taken shot. Again, the placement was brilliant, wasn't it, Shanak? It was not just brute power. Last 30 seconds of this first half. Royal with possession, but a poor pass turning possession over.
It looks like they were attacking the goalie where they're not supposed to, and Roof Pereira will try to make sure that his team has the final shot on goal. It's 5 seconds, so they need to shoot quickly, and it's not a good shot. It's not on target, as St. Thomas's with the final action of the first half. So it's an absolute nail-biter here at Sugathadasa. The heavens have opened, and so have the throats of everyone who's come to cheer their teams on, and it's been nail-biting action. 6-5. Royal finding themselves 3-1 down, and suddenly are in the lead 6-5.
Yes, it was 3-1 at the end of the first quarter, but Royal have done well to inch their way back into the game. Will be pretty relieved that they go into half-time with a 1-goal advantage, but a lot of water polo remain to be played in this game. But Shanak, you just have to sense is that Krishnaswamy seems to be the central point of the Thomians' attack. He tends to draw a lot of Royal defenders, which is now creating space for the other players.
Well, actually, Abdullah, I think that he hasn't drawn the defenders. Who have drawn the defender is Talib Mansoor. And because Mansoor is so well marked, we haven't really seen him do too much in this game. But Krishnaswamy needs to take a few more shots, I feel. But we'll talk about that strategically when we come back.
creamy richness redefined. Smooth, soft, spreadable. Introducing ultra soft fondue with canola and sunflower oil.
Hot and spicy fun vibe beka vivara karanna beat එක remake කරන්නට වෙන්න හදවත වවලා යන්න කින්දර fashion කරන්න fun උතුරන්න කොත්තුමි kick එක මෙන්න prima කොත්තුමි fun තමයි
Red hot bowling.
Oh, he's gone! Oh, he cleaned him up.
Action never stops at Zim Afro T10. Have a wild ride.
Watch Zim Afro T10 live.
Back live here on the Papare TV as we bring you action from the 31st annual Dr. R.L Hayman Trophy 2024. Here are the highlights of the first half. Beautifully taken goal that time from Lithum Karunasena, who really set Royal on the way with some confidence. A small deflection there for Katugampala, and it's been all Royal in the second quarter. Nehemiah Krishnaswamy getting his second. And a nicely taken shot that time from Vellapilli for the first of his two goals. And Shehran Nawaz finishing off the half with that long ranger.
Just coming back to that discussion, gentlemen, well, shots taken 13 for Royal and more from St. Thomas's College, but 46% shooting average for Royal, which is why they find themselves in the lead. One exclusion, I think, is not doing justice to that scorecard, so we'll correct that at the end of the play. But again, coming back to pairings, I think Talib Mansoor and Nehemiah Krishnaswamy are the key pair for St. Thomas's College, like Akil Zuhair and Yomal Bollagala were in that 2022 season. And for Royal, it'll be Lithum Karunasena and Dinal Vellapilli played well together in last year's under-15 game. And this year for the under-19s, it'll be Mihin Wanigasekar and Dimitri Lienage. So again, if the pairs can click, then that team will have more success. So from St. Thomas's point of view, it'll be about breaking that continuity as we have swim ball on for the third important pivotal quarter.
Here we are through Nawaz again, who this time wins a swim ball fairly easily. It's always good at half time to know that you can get to the ball, and you wonder whether that will be a telltale sign of the conditioning. Here's Krishnaswamy, they're swimming up to him now, so it'll be interesting to see what changes tactically at half time, Abdullah. Salgado seems to have come up, and that time the shot is not a good one, but looks like they might have conceded a foul. And here's Krishnaswamy again. Good defense from Royal, really crowding the Thomian vice captain. He manages to find a cross-pool pass, and that's bounced in beautifully. Really nicely taken shot that time by Senthi Kumarana.
Yes, so Thomians drawing level, making maximum use of the one-man advantage they had. The weather gods have definitely opened up, and it's bucketing down here at the Sugathadasa Swimming Complex, but take nothing away from both these teams. Really putting on an exhibition in water polo.
In very difficult conditions, Abdullah. We talked about this before. The swim off. Beautiful shot. Talal Bari smashes it in on the bounce. Really well taken shot. That leaving too much of a path to the goal, the Thomian defense, and the Royalists are exploiting it. So again, Krishnaswamy just not getting in front of the shooter, allowing these dangerous shots to be taken, and not doing enough to cover the angles.
It's not easy to cover that bounce shot, especially with the rains pouring down. Very difficult to gauge the trajectory of the ball. And Talal Bari making full use of the conditions as well.
You were speaking earlier about what needs to change when it rains, Reza, and what is it like for the goalies? It must be a bit of a nightmare. It is for the outfield players, but I've never experienced that.
Well, in any game, I guess you get blamed if you're on the losing side as the goalkeeper, but really, the goalkeeper needs help from his defensive unit, and that's the only way those teams convert all those defensive efforts into attack. And as we have Royal doing just that turnover ball, feeding the man, feeding Yasandro De Silva, overcooked the pass, unfortunately. But Yasandro De Silva is the man Royal will look to feed now in these last two quarters.
Yes, he will be on fire with his swimming speed. And it was interesting to note that Salgado played as a safety, despite Royal not dropping Yasandro forward too often. And now that they will still have to play with just 5 outfield players. Mansoor doesn't manage to find himself getting open, and again the shot finding Somakirti. Salgado is back and has to make a decision now. Now he picks up his marker. Pass to the right wing is not a good one. This time it's Dimitri Lianage who looks for the crossfield pass. Beautifully taken. Vellapilli with a hat-trick. Excellent work from Vellapilli, who just pops up in the right places, Abdullah. Outstanding work for him to make himself available.
Yes, and he was under a bit of pressure because the shot clock was running down as well. But just in that one movement, isn't it, Sean? A wonderful bit of skill. Just pushing Royal further ahead. 8 goals to 6.
Carbon copy of a St. Thomas's play. You'd see Talib Mansoor make that shot every opportunity he got in last year's Royal Thomaian encounter as well. So really the cross pass and then the shot into the goal is really on. And Dinal Vellapilli showing good signs as a youngster in this Dr. R.L Hayman trophy. Bear in mind, Shanaka, these guys are playing under immense pressure as a 16-year-old to come in with a packed crowd and the DJs playing and the Papare band playing. The sky is the limit for these players now.
Spare a thought also for Dinuk Wickramasinghe and Michael Gunawardene, who are coming in from the under-15s. This is not an easy sport to play. It is super strenuous. Alongside Sevens rugby, probably one of the hardest sports to play. And these boys coming back up from the juniors to the seniors, and St. Thomas's will need to make sure they use their bench well. That's a better pass to Mansoor. Mansoor getting above and finding the goal, and that's 8 goals to 7. I'm wondering why this move hasn't come out a little earlier on in the piece. You can see how strong Mansoor is. They just haven't been able to get the ball onto the correct side to feed him.
Yes, and the ability to stay in the eye, isn't it, Shanaka? Get your waist above the water for a prolonged amount of time. Very hard to defend. Thomaians keep executing that goal brilliantly.
Just got to move the ball around a little bit. The Thomaians in a bit too much of a hurry sometimes to take the shot. The decision making could have been better, and that's nicely taken. Dimitri Lianage, Lithum Karunasena rather, taking that shot. He had to do a bit of a juggle, and it was good skill from him handling to smash that into the back of the net.
Yes, he had 3 defenders around him, but none of them were close enough to make an impact on the shot. And Karunaratne placing that brilliantly.
And scattered defense as well. If you go back to the replay there, you see 4 Royal caps in separate columns and 4 blue caps in separate columns as well, which makes that all the more easier to score. But really, we're in the last half of this third quarter, and this is when the fatigue starts to set in on the defensive unit.
Krishnaswamy, but telegraphed it all the way, and there was just not enough in that straight arm shot. Difficult to keep those accurate. Royal will swim this one up and try to slow it down a little as far as they're concerned, because the momentum is with them. Another exclusion as well. It's an unnecessary exclusion too. Beautifully taken. And that's the 4th goal for Vellapilli. He really is making this match his own, Reza.
Then Vellapilli showing signs of maturity at a very young age. Wonderfully done, drifting again to the left. How many times we have practiced that at the Royal College pool. And so nice to see it being implemented on game day. Signs of Akil Zuhair, Yomal Bollagala and Randa Ranatunga from last year. And as St. Thomas's College bring in the substitutes now, Tanura Abewardana will know he needs to manage this game. The third quarter seems to be slipping away from St. Thomas's College, and a good time to bring the substitutes in as well. I think St. Thomas's still have one timeout remaining as well in this last half.
Kalan Surya coming in and find out who went out a little earlier. Here's Salgado, manages to win the corner. Somakirti Dinuk Wickramasinghe in the number 12 cap, just a youngster, played the under 15 game and already in the seniors as well. That's a tough ask, I have to tell you.
All record breakers in the making. Shanaka, we spoke about the likes of Akil Zuhair in that 2019 game, I think, or 18 game, and then came back to really dent Royal College in 2022. And Dinuk Wickramasinghe looks a player in that same mould. As we have good interception.
Beautiful intercept. Bansharan Nawaz there. Thinks about slowing it down now, and St. Thomas's may need to start playing the game at a little bit of pace just to try and shift this Royal defense, tire them out a little. Got space in the middle of the pool for Wickramasinghe. They go into the 2-bar option, but the Royal defense has collapsed nicely. Need to go back in and take a shot, and just as the shot clock expires, the shot is through, but Somakirti's defense really helped him out there.
So Royal launching an attack at the other end. Lot of space available, but this time Velapuli not being able to find the mark.
His coach won't mind that though. He's got 4 goals, and if he keeps threatening, it will keep the Thomian defense under pressure. Salgado getting to him just in the nick of time that time, and the Thomians will call a timeout.
Yes, good timeout taken to settle the nerves. St. Thomas's will regroup. They'll look to feed the double prop again from that right bar or the right wing and see if they can then bring it to a 2-goal difference, because going into the fourth quarter, 2 goals is completely manageable in this day and age. And as Zafar Zainuddin has done so many years before with Danushka Seram, Tanura Abewardana will go to a set plan on this timeout now and make sure that they get 1 goal in their favour, because it is a game of goals and a game of quarters, this one.
This is a really important moment in the game, isn't it? St. Thomas's can come back to 10 goals to 8. Then they will go into that final quarter with the knowledge that just a 2-goal cushion is not enough. Here are the Thomians going for their set play, but Royal look like they seem to have got in there, but the double prop tactic doesn't seem to be working for the Thomians, and it's interesting that they haven't chosen to move away from it, as Velapili swims this one up and swims it up strongly. Moves the ball to Karuna Sena, and that's a lovely pass, really good pass, but just can't find the shot that time, Velapili. Good pass that time as well, managed to find the open man who wins the foul, smashes it in, but doesn't find the mark. That time the Thomian defense had collapsed in front of goal well.
And also St. Thomas's seem to be taking on the impact to Shanaka, like a rugby player, taking the hit, which you saw Talib Mansoor do so well when he scored that goal from a double prop position. And then Royal College reacting to that, making sure that they have Mihin Vanigasekara covering both double props, and wonderfully done there by Royal College not to give an exclusion away. And just as we say that, penalty being awarded, is it? be interesting to see what the referee's call is, but both benches and both coaches seem to be gesturing something that has irked them quite a bit.
Yashodavasarage remonstrating quite furiously. This is not something we like to see from in any sport. Looks like it is a penalty. I was actually quite surprised, Reza, that there was no foul called in that instance. Vikramasinghe had his cap ripped off him as Talib Mansoor gets another goal.
If ever St. Thomas's needed a captain to come to the party, this is it. Talib Mansoor taking that right corner, sends the goalkeeper exactly in the opposite direction. Wonderfully done by the captain. And that will be the spark that his team needs. They are within 2 goals, what we spoke about in the dying minutes of this third quarter.
Well, this is where the game will be won and lost. Whatever happens in this next minute will go a long way to deciding the fate of this encounter. Can St. Thomas's defend with their life? And another exclusion. Rivin Pereira is a man who goes to the sin bin, as it were. That's better defense of the Thomians, but they might just have... And that is another exclusion. No, in fact it isn't. It's a ball under. And the Thomians live to maintain that 2-goal lead. It's really good defense that time. Here's Rivin Pereira. He's swum the ball up, but we haven't seen him really troubling defenders. Thomas is taking their time over these passings, and that's a better pass into... Well, actually, it wasn't a good pass into Mansoor. It was better movement, but they just couldn't find the right pass.
Spoke about feeding that second prop on the right. And, St. Thomas is slowing the game down. And that will not help Royal College at all to shoot from distance. A result of the shot clock running down. But what an interesting fourth quarter we've got coming up. 2 goals between these two teams. Nothing really to separate them, just the skin of their teeth.
Well, I think Royal tactically have been excellent in the way that they've managed to shepherd the danger man for St. Thomas's, Talib Mansoor, away from a scoring position. And that has been the real feather in the cap of this coaching team and the execution of this Royal team so far. They really haven't allowed the ball to come into Mansoor in a dangerous position. Well, what can St. Thomas's do to make sure that they find their goal from elsewhere is a question that needs to be answered, Reza.
Well, they can always play Nehemiah Krishnaswamy, the left hand, in that second prop position as well. And also look to feed the props from the top, because every time the ball is airborne, you've got a 50-50 chance of gaining that penalty, as we see St. Thomas's with a wonderful goal there. And then Royal College coming to the party in this quarter. Good distribution, good pass and shoot, exactly from the coach's coaching manual. And then Talib Mansoor taking on the impact, taking on his man and scoring. Mihin Manigasekara and Dimitri Lienage. And then Mansoor again with the penalty when his team needed him the most. And in the fourth quarter, Royal will look to outswim this Thomian team. Really put their swimming feet on, as we have 20 shots taken from Royal and 25 for St. Thomas's College. 10 goals to 8 as it stands. 50% shooting average for the Royalists. 2 exclusions coming in and 1 penalty.
But St. Thomas's really haven't been able to make use of those exclusions. And they haven't really won enough as well. But Royal have managed to convert Reza. So good execution from Royal all around.
And also signs of your strength and conditioning as well, because come this third and the fourth quarter, that is where you are really tested. Your athletes are put through their paces. And sometimes when you're working in low oxygen mode, it's difficult to make good decisions. Very easy for us to say from the commentary box up here. But that one extra pass is what every coach looks for, and every supporting player looks for as well, to get his name on that scoreboard.
I think the issue for St. Thomas's is that they haven't really had players available to get that pass. Not so much the ability of the players to make the pass. But Royal so far have really made use of some easy sights of goal that St. Thomas's have provided them.
St. Thomas's winning that swim ball, so they'll have the first opportunity to launch an attack in this final quarter.
This time it's Senthikumara on that wing. You need to get him into a different position. It's not a good pass.
Talal Bari just looking at his options.
You did mention fatigue, Reza, and that looked a bit of a tired pass from Senthikumara.
Yes, but St. Thomas's will keep feeding their props, Shanaka. That is 101 for them, and will look to earn exclusions and play through the exclusions.
Now there's a break on Abdullah. Do they manage to find the man in front? It's a fast break. It's not as fast as a basketball break, but could be dangerous. But St. Thomas will slow it down instead and will bring it up through Nawaz. So once again, the Thomians using those two prop options. This time turning the ball over in a dangerous position. Dimitri Lianage will look for a willing swimmer. Can they find somebody off the ball? They do really well that time. Superb turn from Jacinta De Silva, who finds the goal. And Mihin Manigasekara puts the Royalists 4 goals ahead. 3 goals ahead, rather.
That's a wonderful bit of awareness.
Well, apparently the goal has not been awarded. Perhaps Manigasekara was inside the 2 meter. So the offside line in water polo is the 2 meter area, which is signified by the red markings on the side of the pool, the side line.
Memories of that disallowed goal last year that kept us jumping out of this commentary box. But that is why you come to watch this game and play the game.
Manigasekara manages to find Lianage again.
Excellent save there by the Thomian goalkeeper Dimitri Lianage. Looking to seal things off in this quarter, but he can't do it alone. Spoke about pairing. That is what works for you. Pass and shoot, they will say. And as we have St. Thomas's really slowing the pace down, making sure that they have their attackers exactly where they need them, looking for that one pass and the shot across goal. Opting to dump the ball instead. Again, good option, but Royal need to turn the heat on now. They've got swimmers, they've got the bench, they just need to outswim them on the wings and make sure they get the ball into that 2 to 3 meter zone and feed Jacinta De Silva.
Beautifully taken goal from Dimitri Lianage. Stayed strong. Outstanding work, really good strength. And now it is a 3-goal ball game.
Yes, and you just sense, Shanaga, in this last few minutes, endurance is going to play a big part, isn't it? The fitter team is going to be able to get maximum value for their efforts.
Chance for Royal College to really double their score in this quarter. Looking at it, the bench, the tactical team need to sense that they've got a chance to really seal the Hayman out in this first quarter. 4.5 minutes remaining is a lot of time. A lot of attacks on this Thomian goal. And Royal just need to swim, and keep swimming.
Yes, it is really going to be a battle of conditioning here. Royal get their exclusion. And this time Talib Mansour finds himself in the worst shooting position in this exclusion. Senthikumara. Again, nobody attacking the goal. Dinuk Wickramasinghe does well to get his shot away. But it wasn't powerful enough. He was under a lot of pressure and nobody coming around to give an option for the pass behind Wickramasinghe. So the Thomians really haven't done enough off the ball to give the ball carrier options. Nicely done from Vanigasekara. Superb fake and bounces it into the far corner. The captain has done his bit.
Oh, main Vanigasekara, you beauty, taking off from that last year's encounter in the last few minutes. How much that would have hurt him and how much he is looking to repay the favour this year. Royal just need their swimming feet on now. Game done and dusted, if you like, for the swimmers, because Royal St. Thomas's College seem to be really finding it difficult in this last 3 minutes of the last quarter.
We have to say the Royal attack has been far superior to the Thomian defence. And apart from Nehemiah Krishnaswamy, who finds little gems like that pass, it's a goal. It has gone in. And for the first time, somebody attacking the goal. Shehran Nawaz, it's waited till the fourth quarter, Abdullah, for someone to make that darting swim in and give the ball carrier an option. Just make a little bit of a difference for the goalie to think about. And the first time it's happened, they've scored a goal.
So deficit down to 3 goals as we enter the final 3 minutes of this game. Tajugampola with the ball to Bari, who tries a shot but safely saved by the Thomian keeper Pereira.
Thomians desperately need to get to double figures. There's 3 minutes left, which is an eternity, to make this an achievable second leg deficit. Nawaz this time going in, and he needs to go in a little stronger with a little bit more intent. Again, looking for the pass rather than to attack the goal.
Both teams just guilty of keeping the ball in the same side of the goal and then trying to shoot. Needs to be a cross pass. Royal seem to be swimming up the pool now. Plenty of yellow caps in, just swim in, take the shot, they will say. Goes right in. Wonderfully defended there by the Thomian goalkeeper. Corner ball awarded, I think, so Royal with another 20 seconds on the shot clock. Set play time going into double prop. They've got the shooters on the bar as well. Good cross pass. Winger can come in and feed the other bar. Bad pass there. Anuganun Patruna getting into the game. Wonderfully done. St. Thomas's College saving 2 that time on the scorecard. And hats off to the number 13 goalkeeper, Drew Pereira, who's also playing his first year as an under-19. So wonderfully done for this very junior and young Thomian team.
St. Thomas's now will really have to throw caution to the winds, but at the same time they know they can't afford too much of a deficit. They're not chasing the result this week, but they will want to keep in touch, so it's a difficult one for the Thomians. Do they just go all out and try to win this game, or do they just try and contain the damage? Making a decision to finally go up, and that was a lovely turn by Lienege. Dimitri Lienege has been good in this leg, and what a finish. Outstanding work from Dimitri Lienege in the number 5 cap. Completely turned under Nawaz that time and managed to get a shot away.
Just takes on his man, takes on 2 defenders and shooting through them. Wonderfully done, good individual skill, but also he had the left wing free for that pass. Would have made life a little easier for him as well. But things to really look at come the second leg is this third and the fourth quarter. Areas that any team look to tighten up on and fine-tune their game. And a lot of tactical work to be done for next week.
Yes, both teams will carry a lot of knowledge going into the coming training week in view of that second leg. Tactics are going to play a big part as we enter the final minute of this game. Thomians in possession, but not finding their mark. Imperative for the Thomians to just manage this last 30 seconds well. Royal taking the ball to the other end. Lienege once again. Fortunately this time not finding the mark.
Well, they can do without a 5-goal lead. St. Thomas's into the second leg. Thought they should have really finished at the opposite end. Lieneke not taking that with as much authority as he took the previous one.
One definitely for the whiteboard session. Dimitri Lieneke had his counterpart wing free. Speak about attacking in pairs, and the swimmers were definitely on the mark where they needed to be. Does he have a slight stoppage in play? So just going back to that second leg, Shanaka, it makes this encounter all the more interesting because you've got another chance to come back and keeps everyone in the game really for this 1 week period. And just like the Bradby, you've got a lot to look forward to.
Well, there is a timeout that has been called by Coach Tanura Abewardene from St. Thomas's. Just 4 seconds left in the game. But if this timeout can be used efficiently, Reza, it could be just a 3-goal game going into the second leg. St. Thomas's will be desperate to get double figures.
Oh, definitely. And knowing the style of thinking that St. Thomas's bring to water polo, he would have worked out every play that he needs to in the last 5 seconds. So definitely one quick pass may not give them enough time. So it'll be one person who's fed the ball and then shot from there. And I have a feeling it will go to Talib Mansour. He needs to be the person to take this on and then ignite his team into that second leg and really pull them into that encounter.
I'm surprised Talib Mansour wasn't in the pool for most of this quarter. It's like he might have gone in just for this.
So 9 seconds remaining in this game. Thomians desperately looking for that all crucial goal. Unfortunately unable to, so that will be it. Royal clinched the first leg of the Dr. R.L Hayman trophy. 13 goals to 9, so they will carry a 4-goal lead into that all-important second leg. But what a wonderful game it's been here today.
It really has started off well with St. Thomas's bursting out of the blocks. But once Royal settled their nerves down and let the adrenaline just course into the right areas of their bodies, they managed to come back strong. And since the first quarter, never really looked back and never really looked under threat. St. Thomas's allowing far too many gaps in their defense for these excellent Royal shooters. And the goals from Royal coming from different areas as well. And I think it was Dinal Vellapilli who really created havoc for the Thomian defense, ending up with 4 goals in fact, and making sure that that was the difference between the two teams.
Yes, St. Thomas has definitely started off better of the both teams, wasn't it, Chanaka? Thought that first quarter was pretty impressive. But you sensed as the game went along, Royal just settled into their groove. They managed to take the opportunities much better than they did in that first quarter. And therefore will carry a 4-goal lead into the second leg. But what would this coming week look like, Shanaka, for both teams? Will there be a lot of tactics discussed? Thomians will have to play a bit of a catch-up game, so just the win alone won't be enough. What kind of discussions will happen in both teams' camps?
Well, they'll really have to tighten up their defense, Abdullah, because in the sense that the goals that were taken by Royal were allowed far too easily by the Thomian defense, and that's something that they'll have to talk about. They'll also have to talk about dropping their safety back and attacking with just those 5 men. That's something that will go on in the Thomian camp. But for Royal, it's just outswim St. Thomas's, and that's something that they have been able to do. And if they can get the ball to their dangerous players, and they have plenty of them, have Mihin Vanigasekara, Katukampala can score goals, Lienege can score goals, Vellapilli coming up trumps, and Bari also scoring goals, and Yasanda De Silva always dangerous, as is Handun Patirana. So they're going to have enough options, Royal, if they don't let things slip.
Yes, and these are highlights of that final quarter. Some excellent taken goals. But this man had an outstanding game. Dimitri Lienege got himself into some good positions. And Shanak, another thing that I observed was the key player for St. Thomas, especially in that first quarter, was Nimaya Krishnaswamy. But in that second half, he just went into oblivion, isn't it? Is it that the Royal defence was much more tighter in that aspect, or St Thomas's changed their tactics?
Here the shots taken, and for the first time, Royal came up above St Thomas's, 29 shots to 28, and of course converting 45% and coming to 32%, dropping down after that first quarter, dropping down to 32%. 2 exclusions for the Thomians, just 1. And 1 penalty for Royal, which was converted by the Thomian skipper as well. But coming back to your question, Abdullah, it really is a difficult one to say at this point in time. It looks like just experience was what came to the fore for Royal. It looks like the Thomian team really need to understand the intensity of this game, and expecting players to play the full Mahinda Liyanage Trophy, come up and contribute in the same intensity in the senior game as well. I don't think that's something that we can expect any player to do.
So that's how it will be. Royal 13 goals to 9 will take a 4-goal lead into that all-important second leg that will be played on the 5th of October right here at the Sugathadasa Swimming Complex. And until then, we'll see you till next week from Shanaka, Reza and myself, until we see you again on the 5th of October. Take care and good night.
Creamy richness redefined. Smooth, soft, spreadable. Introducing Ultra Soft Fondre with canola and sunflower oil.
Hot and spicy fun by Bika Vivara Karana. Beat the remake Karana to winner. Hadavata Vawalayana. King the fashion Karana. Fun Uturana. Kotumi Kikakamena. Prima Koturi. Pantama.
Red hot bowling.
Oh, he's gone! Oh, he cleaned him up.
Action never stops at Zim Afro T10. Have a wild ride.
Watch Zim Afro T10 live on the Star Sports Network.
Catch the action of the Bangladesh Tour of India 2024 live. Enjoy 2 test matches and 3 T20Is. From 19th September to 12th October. Live on Dialog Television, ThePapare TV.
Hot and spicy fun by Bika Vivara Karana. Beat the remake Karana to winner. Hadavata Vawalayana. King the fashion Karana. Fun Uturana. Kotumi Kikakamena. Prima Koturi. Pantama.
Ultra Soft Fondre with canola and sunflower oil.
ඔයාලගේ කම්පැනි එකේ, ඔයාලගේ ක්ලබ් එකේ, ඔයාලගේ ස්කූල් එකේ යූත් එකට සෙට් වෙන ඕනම ඉවෙන්ට් එකක් The Papare TV එකෙන් මුළු ලංකාවටම පෙන්වන්න අපි ලෑස්ති. ඔයාලත් ලෑස්තිද? අපිට කතා කරන්න.
ThePapare TV, ThePapare TV HD, Dialog Television නාලිකාංක 63 සහ 126 ඔස්සේ ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ අංක 1 ක්‍රීඩා නාලිකාව.
Catch the excitement real time. Be up to date with it all. Let us capture your milestones. Get it sizzling hot off the turf. Hear the experts break it down. Dig deep into the nitty-gritties. Be inspired by their greatness. Relive all the scintillating action.
Hot and spicy fun vibe එක විවර කරන්න. Beat එක remake කරන්නට වෙන්න. හදවත වවලා යන්න. ගින්දර fashion කරන්න. fun උතුරන්න. කොත්තුමි kick එක මෙන්න. ප්‍රීමා කොත්තුමි මල් තමයි.
Catch the action of the New Zealand Tour of Sri Lanka 2024 live. Enjoy 2 test matches from 18th September to 30th September. Live on Dialog Television, 10 Cricket and Sony Sports 5 HD.
Creamy richness redefined. Smooth, soft, spreadable. Introducing Ultra Soft Fondre with canola and sunflower oil.
ඔයාලගේ කම්පැනි එකේ, ඔයාලගේ ක්ලබ් එකේ, ඔයාලගේ ස්කූල් එකේ යූත් එකට සෙට් වෙන ඕනම ඉවෙන්ට් එකක් The Papare TV එකෙන් මුළු ලංකාවටම පෙන්වන්න අපි ලෑස්ති. ඔයාලත් ලෑස්තිද? අපිට කතා කරන්න.
ThePapare TV, ThePapare TV HD, Dialog Television නාලිකාංක 63 සහ 126 ඔස්සේ ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ අංක 1 ක්‍රීඩා නාලිකාව.
Ultra Soft Fondre with canola and sunflower oil.
क्रिकेट के इंटरनेशनल सीजन का जलवा, इंडिया टूर ऑफ इंग्लैंड, इंग्लैंड टूर ऑफ न्यूजीलैंड, इंग्लैंड के होम सीरीज एंड मेनी मोर बिग सीरीज।
अब क्रिकेट फैंस के पास होगा सेलिब्रेशन का बिग रीजन।
ඔයාලගේ කම්පැනි එකේ, ඔයාලගේ ක්ලබ් එකේ, ඔයාලගේ ස්කූල් එකේ යූත් එකට සෙට් වෙන ඕනම ඉවෙන්ට් එකක් The Papare TV එකෙන් මුළු ලංකාවටම පෙන්වන්න අපි ලෑස්ති. ඔයාලත් ලෑස්තිද? අපිට කතා කරන්න.
ThePapare TV, ThePapare TV HD, Dialog Television නාලිකාංක 63 සහ 126 ඔස්සේ ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ අංක 1 ක්‍රීඩා නාලිකාව.
Ultra Soft Fondre with canola and sunflower oil.
Dialog Television එක රීලෝඩ් එකෙන් පවුලටම හිතේ හැටියට TV බලන්න රුපියල් 798කට අලුත්ම සුපිරි රීලෝඩ් ප්ලෑන් එකක්. දැනුම ගෙනෙන අධ්‍යාපනික channel 18ක්. පොඩ්ඩන් වෙනුවෙන්ම channel 8ක්. දේශීය රසවින්දනය ගෙනෙන channel 22ක්. විනෝදාස්වාදය පිරි විදේශ channel රසක් සමග channel 80කටත් වඩා. ඇක්ටිවේට් කිරීම රීලෝඩ් සහ My Dialog app මගින් ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ අංක 1 ටෙලිවිෂන් රසාස්වාදය Dialog Television.
This is the place to be.
Welcome to Hong Kong!
How you feeling?
MasterChef Australia Season 16 starts 23rd September, Monday to Friday, 8 p.m. Only in Star Movies and Star Movies Select.
Creamy richness redefined. Smooth, soft, spreadable. Introducing Ultra Soft Fondue with canola and sunflower oil.
නවසිලන්ත ක්‍රිකට් කණ්ඩායමේ ශ්‍රී ලංකා තරග සංචාරය 2024 ICC ලෝක ටෙස්ට් ශූරතාවලියේ තරග දෙකක් සැප්තැම්බර් 18 වනදා සිට සැප්තැම්බර් 30 වැනිදා දක්වා Dialog Television 10 ක්‍රිකට් සහ Sony Sports 5 HD ඔස්සේ සජීවීව නරඹන්න. ඇක්ටිවේට් කිරීම SMS හෝ My Dialog app මගින්.
ලෝකයේ වැඩිම දෙනෙක්ගේ විනෝදාංශයක් චිත්‍රපට නැරඹීම. ෆිල්ම් හෝල් එකකට නොගිහින් ගෙදර ඉඳන්ම විනෝදාංශයට ඉඩක් ගන්න. පැය 24 පුරාම කැමතිම හොඳම ජනප්‍රියම හොලිවුඩ් චිත්‍රපට ඇතුළුව සිනමා නිර්මාණ නරඹන්න. එන්න ලොකුම සිනමා පුස්තකාලයට. ඇන්ෆ්ලික්ස් සියල් සපිරි උසස් සිනමා රසාස්වාදය පිරුණ තැන. පොඩ්ඩක් නවතින්න. ඔබ ඔය රිමෝට් එක අතේ තියන් channel මාරු කරන්නේ ඔබේ දරුවට බලන්න හොඳ programs යන channel එකක් හොයන්නද? ඔව් ඒක ලේසි වැඩක් නෙවෙයි තමයි. සමහර ඒවායි කාටුන් විතරයි. තවත් ඒවායි අධ්‍යාපනික වැඩසටහන් විතරයි. තව සමහරක් ඒවායි සින්දු විතරයි. ඔය සේරම එකම තැනක තිබුණා නම් දරුවටත් ලේසි, ඔබටත් පහසුයි නේද? එහෙනම් ඉතින් ඔබට නවතින්න වෙන්නේ මෙතන. දරුවගේ දැනුම අවබෝධය වර්ධනය කරන ගමන් දරුවා සතුටින් තියෙන වටිනා වැඩසටහන් රසක් මෙතන තියෙනවා. Dialog TV නාලිකාංක 48 A+ Kids TV ආදරේ බෙදෙන පුංචි හිත්වලට ආදරෙන්